And with that, the Auroraverse finally returned after long last. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of Descent into the Dunes. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome stream and an awesome session today. We are going to be down a couple of players, so be or stay with us for a bit, as we're going to be down the likes of... Actually, hold on, real quick. I just want to make sure that this is correct. I want to make sure that we are live on all platforms. Yes, we are live on all platforms. I didn't see any messages on the overlay thingy. I cannot see what anybody is saying or talking about if they have posted anything. So let me just fix this real quick. Where would it be? Yeah, like the restream stuff. I don't see like any of the chats and all that. Hey chat, if you guys can see me, if we are live, let me know by saying something down below. And then hopefully the chat browser thingy will pick back up. Docs, where would it be? Here, chat, all that stuff. Hey, hello, thank you Play Nerd Allies for the raid, appreciate you. We are trying to fix some stuff up with chat right now, and trying to see why we don't see anything. There we go, okay, we see chat over there. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see chat anywhere else. But hello! Hope you guys enjoyed your guys' stream, and hope that it was a fun and fantastic time. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? We're gonna get started with our session in just a second. I'm just trying to figure out where the heck this thing is. It's not there. Where would it be? I might just not be able to... I might not be able to look at chat, really. Here, let me bring this over here, and I think this will just be good enough. I think this will be good enough. Let me move this. Alright. We're going to use our laptop over here off to the side, and we're going to use this to kind of monitor everybody, make sure that nothing's crazy happening in the likes of, what do you call it? I can get that set up later, but again, thank you guys, Play Nerd Allies, for the raid. We're going to get started right now. Let's see what the players are talking about and doing. Alright, bam, bam, bam. Oh god, everything's sort of lagging and loading. Alright, restreams acting up. OBS transition and chat. Alright, let's do this. So, I'm gonna unmute and we're gonna see what the players are talking about. Hello.
New experience.
Hello.
Wait, you telling me Never doesn't want to become an orb and setting its chest?
What?
I'm considering it, man, but like, it just...
Oh man.
It's
Classic
not my
Descent
character would
stuff.
do.
Classic Descent stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm talking about shoving Navro in the orb in my chest. Because he's reborn, you can put their souls into things. That's how it works, right?
Not how it works.
That's not how that works, but we can make it work that way. We can make it work that way.
Oh, fuck.
See,
If you
it's
believe
exactly how it works.
hard enough, then anything is possible in D&D.
Especially for Ringgit.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm
I'm
good to know.
checking one last thing. Alright, yeah, this will just kind of have to be how it goes. I couldn't see chat over on my my little browser thingy, so I was kind of confused about that. It's been a while since I started streaming, but we're good to go now. So no more delays. Let's get going. All right, everybody. If you can all do one thing for me, and here we go. Bam, bam, bam.
I still can't remember how I was going to voice her, so I'm going to wing it today.
We're winging it today. They just sound like Limbit. They are just Limbit. All right.
Hi, how's it going?
I want a poor Australian accent based on what you think it sounds like.
No, God, that's awful.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So,
Trust me, you don't want that.
if I could
No,
have
I
each and every
figured.
one of you all gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. Gather around for the tale of these survivors, for this is the fable of a looming corruption, and this is the infamous tale of the descent into the dunes. Our heroes will return sailing amongst the Forbidden Expanse. Leading the charge would be Ingot the Myconid warrior and the Triceratops about his side. However, their focus would be shifted as they found a strange astral statue in the likes of Rokaz, the Dragonborn Ranger, returning to the likes of the Descent after their long slumber in the Keeper's realm. However, beforehand, Rokaz would be given a massive quest to become the Echo Hunter, a hunter of souls to bring them forth and aid the soulbound against an individual amongst the Eclipse. He was said to be an astral gunslinger, this Eclipse member, responsible for bringing the soulbound to this lost purgatory known as Voden. It was told that that Rokaz specifically bared the 5 eyes of the Draconic Sages, but he would need the 6th, and the 6th would be found and gained in nearby ruins. With that, the adventure was on, and as our heroes began to set sail out towards the ruins, are also beginning to buckle down and have some needed conversation. With that, Myra, the reborn warlock, would realize her situation and feel as if it'd be time for her to work on herself and the likes of her social skills. With that, the reborn would be sent away through a massive portal that they would conjure, and they would vanish from sight. However, as one soul would leave the heroes, another would find their way into this strange abundance of misfits. Who that will be, and what will they accomplish, we'll find out the likes of Session 24 of Soulbound, Descent into the Dunes. With that, my friends, we pick back up exactly where we left off. Let me go grab this, and let me go grab this. Hey, Bardbot, play a sick beat for me, please. Cool.
Thank you, Bardbot.
You're not welcome.
Oh.
But jokes aside, here is what you guys see immediately as you come into fruition and you awaken. You look over, and as you begin to look about, you notice as up above the sky begins to crack and shatter as typical Voden fashion. Looking over and around, you see as the bits of astral glass begins to drop down, crashing into the rocks, the sands below, and even the bits of water as it flakes off, almost as if it's like snow or even cotton candy, just almost dissolving entirely. Though it does not taste good, and though it does not feel good, eventually it fades away and it does not last. You look over, and as the once shining sun begins to go across you, you now see as nighttime falls upon the Descent. Looking over as the shadows begin to lurk over in the corner, you see as Keeper Camino begins to immediately form and emerge out. And as they do, you look over and notice as Keeper will begin to look directly towards Fabio and say, Hello everyone, don't mind me, I will just be grabbing this individual for the time. I will keep them safe, do not worry. That being said, I'll begin to sort of unfurl the cloak, and you'll see as Fabio begins to graciously step in to the Keeper's realm. As they begin to disappear, they look over, and you look to see where the shadow was, and it's completely almost impossible to pretty much see exactly where they are now. Looking over, the Keeper begins to look over towards you, and then look over towards the area. Strange. That said, hello, Descent. Is there anything that you need or request before I get going?
How you get so big?
Well, to put it lightly, or put it simply, well, not necessarily, but I kind of was just this way, well, not necessarily. I used to be about as big as, someone like Rokaz or Navro, or, a normal humanoid size, right? But what ended up happening was, once I swore myself into the Keeper's sect, then, I gained in, cosmic powers, you can say. And in gaining in cosmic power, I also grew in strength and size. So, that is technically how I got this big. Kind of just happened. it doesn't really mind me. I can be as small as I need to be, and you'll see as, without me changing their token, you'll see as they shrink down to about Atlas's size before they begin to grow and enlarge themselves back to their original size. The size, doesn't really matter too much for the keepers.
Seeing him do this, would I know what magic he's specifically using?
Make an Arcana check.
Nice, with my brand new expertise. Where is it? Arcana? And I'm going to add a d6 to that.
You got it.
So that is a 21.
21 from rolling a 3. We love it here. Oh, man. So, with the 21, this is definitely, it's mainly astral magic. You've seen it throughout the likes of, just random sort of occurrences, especially when it comes to the likes of the corruption and more. This is what it ultimately comes down to. But it is bits of transmutation. There is secondary schools of magic involved as well.
Okay, good to know.
So any magic that's like for enlarge and reduce would be the exact same thing, which I'm 95% sure is transmutation. So, with that, you'll see as the keeper begins to sort of nod and say, well, I hope that was useful for you. But, as you know the rules, one question and then I must disperse. So, I bid you all farewell and I wish you the best. And with that, you'll see as the keeper begins to slowly dissipate. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that guy just said.
Out of words.
No,
You need
like
to
he
pick
was
up
just sort of
people.
saying gibberish.
Well, not quite.
Well, like gibberish as in you didn't understand, or gibberish as in you physically didn't understand it.
Like, I didn't know whether he was speaking Elvish or, Dwarvish.
What? Repeat to us the last few words that he had said.
Well, I didn't really, I heard it, but I, also saw it. It's weird, it was like, and then I saw, I saw you guys. Like, I saw visions of you all, sort of, not necessarily here, but kind of in a city? Yeah, a city, I think. Yeah, something like that.
What did the city look like?
Well, it was a sandy city. It was a couple of buildings, a big tower and stuff, but, yeah, that was it. Nothing too crazy. Yeah.
It would appear that only those marked then could understand the keepers. This will have to be further tested, but thank you for telling this, Atlas. That is important to know.
Yeah, no problem. As this is sort of happening, you guys look over and you all begin to hear a bit of rustling from the left and to the right. Look over. Everybody make a perception check for me.
Goddamn shiny's moving again.
I need to get glasses, man.
That wasn't very shiny, it turns out.
7, 4, 22. Alright. Between the three of you, Rokans, you're able to sort of spot this immediately. You look over off to the side and you see as more of those bushes over towards the left, they seem to be acting up. You hear a sort of slashing, rustling. I'm not sure what's over there, but eventually as you begin to really, really focus with all 5 of your eyes, and maybe even a 6th one, you notice as white fur or something is approaching. Begin to ready yourself, grabbing your bow, just in case, for any sort of things. But you look over and it seems to be a bearkin. Seems to be slashing about at the foliage, trying to get through. And with the final slash of the leaves and the trees, you look over and you see a woman stands before you. And with that, Limbit, if you can please introduce your character. What do they see as you appear here?
They would see a rather, pretty on average for the bearkin they've seen. Pretty, a tall individual wearing clothes that you can't quite explain. They seem different than most clothes that you've seen before. They've got some kind of instrument on their back from what it looks like, as you can see strings, as well as a large mace-like weapon. The fur is all white except for patches of dark around the face. And they seem to have some kind of strange markings on their body in the shape of what might be tattoos.
And can we all see this, or
Oh, whoops, I was
is
muted.
it just... Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
Nice.
got real quiet.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. Nah, that's my bad, that's my bad. So, first off, here's what you completely see, but also, one thing that you would notice, none of you look over at them and their aesthetic, their design, their clothes that they have and more, it's unnatural. The material that's kind of made out of Rokaz that you'd be able to know as a ranger dealing with nature, to an extent. It seems to be just completely foreign, advanced, but not too advanced to the realm, or like out of the realm of comprehension, but things that carry and wield, you're not entirely sure what the fuck that's all about at all. Rokaz, you'd be the first one to see it, so if you want to get the attention of the others, you can, but you would see this individual just barely slashing out. Rokaz, what would you probably say or do before we go over towards this individual?
As I see the movement, I'll probably... I definitely pull the bow out and kind of aim in that general direction. And just... We've got someone coming in.
someone... Oh,
Well,
what?
you know, I was not expecting that kind. Okay.
And
Well, I
as...
don't...
Oh, good.
Yeah. No. It's just Rokaz just blinking 5 times at that.
As you begin to do so, you look over and... Alexandria, what do you say or do as you finally see these group of individuals for the first time?
Well, kicking through the plants, you can hear her definitely go, fucking plants. Can I see them past this thing? Or is this
You
massive?
can. Yeah, you can.
I'm supposed to know them, right? Or, like, know about them, right?
Yeah, review your stuff and everything.
Okay. Hey, I had a character voice, but I forgot it. Hey, you guys, the Descent?
What? How do you know about us? Come out from the dark. Show yourself.
I mean, I'm standing in the open, but okay. I don't seem to have, token permissions.
That's my bad. I can get you that set up. Configure permissions.
It's
He
just
doesn't
his
have
eyesight is
stats.
so good. I mean, look at him. He's like...
Alright, there you go.
88 years old.
I should be able to move him now.
He's gonna start inching towards them as they see the metal.
I am not able to move.
Hold on 1 second. Foundry is freezing. There we go.
Oh, it's lag.
Yeah, it was Foundry. I
Yeah.
also couldn't move.
yeah,
Give me
you're
a
good now.
second. It seems my legs are lagging. Damn cybernetics.
As you look over, Navra, you mentioned how do you know of us? Alexandria, what do you say?
Well, I was sent this way. I was told to meet up with you.
Who exactly are you? And who were you sent by?
Well, you can call me Alex.
If you don't mind, what are you dressed in?
What, you mean these? These are just some rags I was wearing at the time.
Ingot's gonna like start leaning over closer to the metal.
Ingot. I take a pebble off the ground and I turn it into a very shiny metallic, almost like a really shiny nut.
Well, since Ingot's leaning in, and he will notice that there are some metallic bits in her arm poking out slightly. Or in her body at some places.
Ingot,
Is
look
it
here.
also?
Second.
Is that also the strange looking metal? Ingot's gonna be more interested in metal he hasn't seen before. He hasn't tasted this before.
I don't know what you tasted again. I don't.
What the shit?
Ingot's gonna start like just
Anyway,
leaning closer and closer.
To answer who sent me, and let me know if I'm wrong, by the way.
Hmm?
Name was Vitalia.
Convenient. Ingot, and I throw the bolt to like so it'll like aim into his mouth if he like looks in my direction.
Ingot would look over for a second.
There's more where that came from. If you do not eat our brand new guest, if you please.
Me no eat. Me just nibble. It's gonna just get even closer.
Do I have any metal from this other world that I could just throw to him, like a tin can or anything in my pockets?
Oh, maybe not a tin can, but just like metal specifically. Besides really what's on your character, not really. Unless it's anything from your like outfit or anything like that would just have metal that you could just easily rip off and then throw.
I throw him, I guess, like one of the... I'm guessing I have stylized buttons on my pants or something.
Yeah.
I toss him one.
Ingot's gonna start chewing on this metal. Does he notice anything different compared to all the other metal he's eaten?
Nah, nothing like specifically. More of actually with this, it's not actual metal. It feels fake, like not necessarily like actual steel. It tastes weird, but it is okay, imagine this, Seth, right? Imagine like you're typically used to tasting like 5-course meals and all this stuff, and now you're trying out McDonald's. That's basically what it tastes like.
I see.
The metal of Vodin is like so fucking good that Ingot's like gonna be super ungrateful for all other metal he eats in the future.
Basically.
It's so unbelievably magical. Delicious.
That's all that matters to Ingot.
Spoiled rotten. Did Libet say that he was gone for a second, or?
Hello?
I think Libet said that he was gone for a second.
Oh. Where did they say that?
I think he said he would. I think he said he was gone. I think he said that he'd be right back.
Okay, well.
Oh God, he died.
In the meantime, I guess, you look...
In the meantime... Oh,
Go
good. Sorry.
No, it's you.
Navarro will, I guess in this sort of like stopped time, this quote-unquote like stopped time, Navarro will look to Atlas, kind of lean over. What do you make of that loot they have? It looks mechanical.
It's not a lute, it's a guitar. They had it in, wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's fucking right, you're not from here.
Is it Zenobian, or?
Possibly, I'm about to ask. Look, there's, TLDR, there's other planets and all that shit across Aurora, but, we can't really travel through them. Bad shit happens. But,
I know of Zenobia. I think I know of Tahiri. What are the other ones?
Hold on, make sure I got this right. Yeah, there was Zandora. Actually, hold on, retcon. They wouldn't, or would they? No, they wouldn't know the name of it. Retcon that. I don't know the other names of it. We just knew they were big spheres. Anytime that people tried to go there, well, we kind of fucking couldn't, but we saw like giant missiles flying over there and then just explosions afterwards. That seemed to be a common theme in Zenobia. Lots of bad shit and lots of explosions. Or they just get eviscerated by the devil cloud up above.
The devil cloud?
What? Yeah, Zenobia's kind of fucked.
How fucked in comparison to Voden?
Oh, I mean, well, let's just say that devils fall out of the sky every 4 minutes.
This is an average thing that you have a time for? My word.
Yeah, I kind of shot one out of the sky when I was getting ready for my last job. It was pretty cool. And then I met these awesome people like Ziggurat. They were pretty cool. But, yeah, it's fucked.
But do you know who caused all this shit to happen, if it was caused by anyone?
He kind of shrugs. I'm too young to know.
Huh.
You know what? I think for the first time in my life, I'm glad I wasn't born somewhere else.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this place is pretty fucked up too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is some surface level shit. But I think Zenobia was more so like present with it. It's like, yeah, this place sucks and you should know it sucks. This one's more of like you kind of discover that, oh no, it's not all sunshines and lollipops, and then, you know, it's kind of fucking terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the hidden suck.
Exactly.
So,
Up, she's back, she's
How much
alive now.
metal is there in? Oh, good.
yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Oh,
good.
Dog started taking a shit on the floor, so I had to run him downstairs.
Oh no, that is never good.
Damn.
So, yeah, I had to deal with that real quick.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
not feeling well today, so I'm hoping he doesn't do it again.
All good, all good.
So rude. Why didn't you know you were doing a D&D game? Come on, man.
Yeah.
But
Fucked up.
what was your character saying? Earlier.
I don't even remember. It was
I got
such a
you.
quick thing.
Easy clap. Atlas was gonna ask anyways. Hey, you, actually, yeah, he probably just asked us. He wouldn't ask her name. Hey, what planet are you from?
I am from, Sensei, you never gave me the actual name of the planet.
I did. I 100% did.
I only knew it as the cyberpunk planet.
Zandora.
Zandora?
Yeah.
Almost sounds like Zathura. I'm gonna get that confused. Zandura.
Shit. Okay, well, it's not Zenobia. Huh.
I suppose we have another planet to add to that list of yours, Atlas.
Yeah, apparently.
Question for you, Alexandria.
Wait, how did you know that?
Alex, I suppose, sorry. A question for you.
Brain literally went right through there.
Detect thoughts without casting detect thoughts. If you know of and are a follower of Vitalia, how could you be from that planet? She's from Voden, if I am sure. How do you know of her?
Well, when I woke up here, she was one of the first things I met. Explained some of the situation and what I needed to do.
What did she say to you?
And just so you know, Sensei, real quick, and everyone else, I am not near my computer. I'm currently waiting on my dog to come back in. So I am downstairs talking.
All good. All good.
What was the question?
How do you know of Vitalia? And what did she say to you when you had come here to Voden?
when I woke up, she basically explained the gist of how I knew her and whatnot. It was more along the lines of perhaps our goals semi-aligned.
And what are your goals?
Well, from what she told me, I'm to play music loud enough for the gods to hear and wake up.
The Norse gods? In the World Tree or others?
A lot of gods.
Well, that is certainly a shift from our previous companion. A few hours ago, we had another person with us. Was not fond of the gods. This guitar that you have.
I'm sorry. Is that what a guitar is?
He just said to...
Alice just explained what it was.
Oh, okay. I
just a minute ago.
wasn't there for that. Okay, sorry, I missed that part.
Ever's never seen one before, though.
What about it?
I'm fascinated by it somewhat. Could you play it for me? I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Give me a quick moment. And she's gonna begin to unstrap her guitar. Meanwhile, when she does this, she also grabs fuck. My brain is not functioning. Get the one scared. And then run down the stairs for a second. Thank you, by the way. She also grabs from her wrist a small cord with what looks to be a jack in it and plugs it directly into the guitar. And then you hear a slight humming noise.
What?
Hmm?
Is this magic? Well, he's saying what? Just like in fascination of this like strange machine.
Mm-hmm. And she begins to strum a few chords, which seem to come from her and the air around her.
That's a guitar, right? Huh. I see. So apparently this planet of yours definitely advanced. A question: you got like a floating demon sea above you or anything like that, or is that just mine? Nah, you would know that.
Oh no, I was gonna say something else. Depends if you call anti-air a demon sea, because there's a whole field of anti-air guns back in the town I'm from.
Huh. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay. That is strange. How the fuck did you get here? How the fuck did any of us get here again?
Woke
I
up.
wondered the same thing.
The people here, at least the Ingot and I, and Zephyr, if he was here, woke up in crystals. Atlas, you had said before how you had woke up. Rokaz, you had said you had just woken up in the rural area.
But like, yeah, I mean, I guess I phrased it wrong. I know how I got here, but more so like, how did all we get here and why did we get here? Like, I'm from Zenobia. That one's from, you said Zandora? And then, I mean, I don't even know where the fuck you three, how I pointed towards Ingot, Navra, and Rokaz.
Rokaz, you're from Voden itself, aren't you? Or was it Tahiri?
Nah, it was voting.
And Ingot, you have memories of meeting people from Voden.
And it's just spaced out.
Hell, he
I
did
know
it
none of
again.
these planets you speak of. Frankly, I'm not even sure where I really am.
Well, you're in Voden, specifically in the Forbidden Expanse. We've been journeying far out to from the Asia Taiga, a snowy hellscape.
Oh, I know it.
You know of the Asia Taiga?
Yeah, it was a bit of a trek, but it wasn't that bad.
How did you get here from the Asia Taiga?
Oh, with this, and she's gonna whistle, and her fucking what is it? Sun Skipper, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Will fly from over the treetops towards her.
As you begin to do so, you see as it flies over and begins to fly directly towards or into your hands.
Yeah, with this thing, I flew here most of the way.
That would have been convenient to have. Looking to Atlas, does he seem to recognize this? Because Navra certainly doesn't. This is technology.
He's looking more of like at he's analyzing it, but he doesn't instantly know what it is. He'd probably need a bit of time to figure it out.
Could
I'm
I
sorry.
insight? Oh,
It's a solar.
But he looks like as if he's like thinking. But go ahead. We'll start repeating them and go a little bit.
would I be able to make an insight check on Alexandria?
Sure thing. What are you trying to figure out?
If she can be trusted, considering we just had Fabio, and Fabio is a character, right? But Alexandria seems a bit more, at least compared to Fabio, a bit more withdrawn. So I'm trying to see, like, can she be trusted? At least from our limited conversation.
Well, I can't tell you whether she can be trusted or not, but I can tell you whether they seem to be, like, actively hiding something or anything like that. So you made an insight check. Alexandria, just make a charisma check and I'll add whatever modifier. You need me to make it for you?
Yeah, I'm not upstairs currently. I'm dealing with some stuff downstairs.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is why
yeah.
I'm having a little bit of stroke, because I can't look at my notes.
So, all good. So, I mean, from everybody that you've met in Vodum, from the likes of, like, the small amount of people that you've ran into across the campaign, and even the amount of people that you ran into on the mountain with 7 souls, everybody kind of has their own secrets. Fabio is just more so an outlier where, like, they didn't really have any secrets or anything that they were hiding. They wear everything on their chest and on their sleeve, and, you know, that is what it is. But you're not able to really get a read on them within the past couple of seconds. They're hiding stuff like anybody else, right? But it doesn't seem to be like,
They're trying to fucking kill us.
yeah, it's not like a case of like, oh, you're these guys, let me play it cool real quick so then I can, you know, spike their drinks later. You don't get those vibes, I mean, based off of meeting them for the only 5 minutes. But
Yeah.
that could change for better or for worse later. Who knows?
In that case, well, you don't seem dangerous. If you'd want to hang around for some time, I don't think any of us would mind. I certainly don't. That machine of yours is quite fascinating. I would like to learn more about it, but in due time. Right now we're waiting for a number of other people. They should be coming in the next day, 2 maybe. And we have preparations to do. If there's anything you could do to help us, we massively appreciate it.
I also have preparations to start doing. See, I didn't just come this way for y'all.
Such as?
There's a god in this area. I gotta wake up pretty soon here before I believe it's too late.
Which god is sleeping here?
Let me do that. There you
Gravitas, I want to say.
go. Gravitas.
Gravitas. The goddess of gravity.
You couldn't see me, but I did an actual double take.
So did everybody else in chat.
Gravitas.
Would I, from my time in the Arena of the Gods, would I have heard of that god?
Nope. Well,
She's not
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. So, you wouldn't have seen a statue of them, but make a religion check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, okay.
Also,
There's a small chance, but... So a 12? Nah, not really. The name Gravitas, it's like... Here's at most what you learned. In the realms, kind of when like you saw like just random books or whatever, kind of near the throne, it wasn't much there, but it was just like, yeah, there are gods of different aspects of life. There could be a god of the sun, and that's based off of people's faith towards the sun. There's gods for like the sea, and then there's gods of even gravity and all that stuff. They didn't necessarily go into detail, and it's more of like a theory of like, yeah, there could be a god of gravity if there really wanted to be. Hearing this now, oh shit, there actually is a god of gravity. That kind of makes sense. Maybe it's more you connecting, like, I guess people have faith towards the fact that gravity exists. That does make a lot of sense why there would be a god for it.
Hmm.
See what I mean?
Good to know, yeah.
And would you need us for this undertaking, or is this enough for yourself?
Right, so, see, there's a certain somebody, I think, from what I've been told, who really doesn't want her waking up. You probably know him as the Big Star, or the Starry Ones. And
Yeah.
let's just say when I put this concert on, from what I've been told, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Huh.
But
So
if I ever want to get to that, if I ever want to wake up the other gods, the only way to do that is to awaken these gods first.
If you could, for me, just humor me if you will. Could you show me your hands, the palms?
And she's gonna show you her hands where her like Roz, but hers are black beans
And
with
since
long
do
nails, with long claw-like nails.
I see a mark, my DM?
You don't see a mark immediately, but you see the imprints of a mark. You notice as there are two circles, both of their hands they're slowly forming onto Alexandra's hands.
Two circles. I thought that Rokaz they had swapped, and Rokaz now
Or
had two
wait,
circles.
hold on, I got that fucking wrong. Whoopsies. It would be the one circle,
Did.
Okay.
but it would be just like slowly forming on their thingy. I got circles. I was thinking circle inside a circle, and then the just straight up two dots or two circles. Got that
Circles and
confused.
circles and circles and
Circles and circles
Yeah, I
and
know what you
circles,
mean.
bro, man.
Don't worry.
Then the trapezoid.
Yeah, my bad.
Well then, the theory continues to be proven. You're welcome here for a time. I have no problem with you being here, and any assistance we can give to you and you can give to us will be massively appreciated. I am Navro. The Dragonborn over here is Rokaz, this is Ingot, and our little friend over there is Atlas. Currently, we have two other misplaced friends. Zephyr, a bearkin quite like yourself, and Fabio, who I think would be much excited to see you. For
They
now,
sound interesting.
oh,
They
you
are
haven't
certain
an idea.
characters.
I can't see exactly where you're standing currently, but I'm guessing it's close. By the
Yeah.
way, she's 8'3".
Oh shit.
Oh, you already
Okay.
know what that is. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to be past 8 feet, but you can be 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
I got you for that,
It's
though.
later.
Bam. All right, there you go. You're
'Cause
getting dwarfed
I don't
right
know
now.
bearkin sizes.
I think they're
I
6
just
to
knew
8
they were
feet tall.
extremely big.
They're like bugbear sized, aren't they?
Yeah, bearkin. Yeah, they're like bugbears.
Okay. Because that's like, I think bugbears and firbolg are like the limit of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every bearkin is at least 6
Except
feet.
for,
at least
except for,
6
like-
feet.
Like, except for like centaurs, but then again, they are like
Yeah.
Air Force. So.
They're like, but centaurs, player character centaurs are like smaller centaurs.
Bro, those things are fawns.
They're
Barely.
tiny. They're tiny.
They're fake, you know, it's all the process.
Fake centaurs.
Right.
Oh, say that to Allers.
GMOs.
Dumb. Anyway, what was the last question, or was it not to me? I don't
I
remember.
think it's just like a basically a welcome to the team kind of thing.
Thanks. And she's gonna unplug herself from her guitar and put it on her back. You see the cord automatically wind itself right back up into her wrist with a couple jacks hanging out of it.
Fascinating thing. But that
What?
your instrument, but that must be for later. Right now, I think we have a couple plans. Rokaz, Ingot, Atlas. This might be an odd one thing, Sensei. Actually, this body of water that's in front of us, that is filled with water, correct?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, how clean is the water?
Not the cleanest at all, especially because Ingot walked through it.
Fair enough.
That's still okay. We'll be meeting with our group, the Kindred Spirits, soon enough. Now,
Yes, they're supposed to help as well with the concert.
we'll see about that. I haven't had too much time to talk to them. I don't think any of us really have, but they
Well,
should
it's
be
either
helpful
this
enough.
or we're going to suffer some massive consequences.
You can say that again, but we need to look and be on our best behavior. For one, we have been trekking through snow and sleet and hail and sand and heat and sweat for months now. I don't think any of us have had a good proper wash, so I think with the water we have now, if I clean it and we all bathe for once in our lives, look good for them, and set a good example, that could help us easily get in there with a bit of a help. In essence, hey guys, let's not be Smash players and let's take a fucking bath, man, because I don't think we have in a very long time.
That's
If ever.
the
I was
nicest way
literally-
someone's ever told another person that you stink, take a fucking bath.
Ingot was inside a water weird, I think that counts.
Actually, checking, are there any crystals at the bottom of this body of water, Sensei? Sensei, you there? I think you might be muted.
Damn it, thank you. That's
No,
another
man.
bingo.
No,
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. There actually isn't any crystals at the bottom of this or at this body of water, which is strange. With the water weirds, there would be, crystals and everything, but for this one, no, none are there.
If it's not filled the whole way, I'm going to open up my bag of holding and look at the water weirds, and I will, for this actually, because I have the new spell, I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages on myself. That's one spell slot. Just don't need time to cast it as a ritual. And I'm going to open up the thing, and I'm going to say to them, could we use some of this excess water for bathing? I'm not sure if that's okay for your kind.
They'll look over and they will kind of eventually, for the sake of brevity, they'll say yes, but they would like a bath, or they would like to be able to be free first for a little bit, and then by all means go for it, go crazy. For the sake of brevity. It doesn't have to be anything like roleplay. You can kind of just let them into the water for a bit for like 5 minutes and then jump back in. Doesn't need to be anything crazy.
Sure. I'm going to dump the water into the body of water we have now, just to let them be free for a small while.
Yeah. Because they've kind of just been in this bag of holding since everything. Since the Oni fight and Spike's death and more. They've just been so, are we there yet? Yeah.
I've kept them I've remembered about them. Don't worry, don't worry. They're there. Yeah.
But while that's sort of happening, let's head over towards Rokaz or Ingot. What are you two doing right now? Or are you asking any questions or anything like that?
I'm back. My headset just died.
I think it would probably be focusing on his trying to imbue the orb with what little magic he can to tune to the orb.
Would you want help with that, or?
Yes.
I
probably
just
see
think about
Ingot like trying to do something enchanting-ish to his chest.
Now, you're free to say, like, no, that's not how it works, but I want to try and do something. I'm going to go to Ingot, and I have a spell, one I've used before on you to enlarge you to a degree. I want to see if I can enchant that orb, and in turn enchant you to a minor degree. Out of game, if I cast Enlarge on, in particular, the sphere, and strengthen the magic within it, if I cast it at a high enough spell slot, can I just make Ingot grow permanently by, like, even, like, a foot or maybe even just a couple inches? Something permanent.
A foot or a couple of inches. And how would you be doing this again one more time?
By using a high-level spell slot, using Enlarge to kind of strengthen the magic that the orb is giving Ingot now. So infusing the enlarging magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I mean.
So it's more of so I kind of access to Navro. Yes, you probably could. It would take a lot of effort to do so, and it would be expending a very large resource to do so. For not much gain besides, like, Ingot feeling a little bit happier that they're a little bit taller and bigger, right?
Well, there's a high-level spell slot and time and effort in exchange for Ingot feeling happy. And you know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. Now, I say this out of game. Would this be a thing that, like, cuts into the other things I want to try and do?
No, not really. No. It would also be also out of game. This would kind of be like a one-time thing. Like, I'll let you do this sort of thing. But it's a one-time.
I'm not going to, like, keep doing this. Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, we'll find other ways. In that case, I am going to sort of look at Ingot and let me do something right here, and I'll see if it works. And I'm going to press my left hand up to the sort of softly glowing spot where he is on his chest. And at 4th level, why not? I am going to cast Enlarge onto the orb's, like, magic itself, so as to infuse it with him and make him slightly larger.
As you begin to do so, you feel as if all the arcane magic is almost beginning to... You just sort of palming it in the likes of your hands. It seems to almost manifest for a brief moment as you begin to place it over towards Ingot. Ingot, what you would feel like in this moment in time is... It's like... it's strange. Like, you feel a sort of rush of adrenaline. Almost a surge of excitement for a brief second. And then it's multiplied. It's almost as if multiple instances of that same feeling of adrenaline begins to just sort of shock and surge amongst you for a second. Whether you feel happy, ecstatic, or sad, or whatever, all of those emotions, it's multiplied several times over as this begins to occur. You look over and you see as begin to slowly start enlarging for a bit. And as this happens, Navro, you see as a sort of shattering amongst the arcane spell. You see as whatever this is very much unstable. Something is sort of acting wrong with the likes of your arcane theory and your arcane magic for a brief moment in time. Navro, make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Okay. And saving throw. I am going to use Chronal Shift. I'm going to use Chronal Shift.
Alright.
Slam the staff down. Time breaks repairs.
Ooh!
Well, then. I think. Okay, hold on. I think I have inspiration. Inspiration.
Dice won't. Let the
Do
dice
we?
want.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Oh, he's listening.
Third
He's bloodthirsty.
time's the charm. I think this is. I think I have inspiration, so I can do this one more time. There we go. See, we have to
24.
believe.
But sometimes we can tell the dice to fuck off. All right.
What
So-
Navra was built for.
So Navra, I leave it to you. So you would look over, or like you to describe kind of how they would try to overcome this. You see as there's like a sort of almost a complex of time sort of sprouting about Ingot for a second. You notice like whenever when the glass above in the sky begins to shatter and break, it's similar to that, but with your magic with the likes of ingots. And it's getting ready to almost tear itself open like further and further, causing a rift. How would Navra try to, or describe how Navra would try to close it and to be able to succeed?
Using the time magic that he has and the inspiration that he has acquired, you would see, from Navra's perspective, he's seeing glass shatter straight from his face all around him. And in each of these little panes, these little shards, he sees different futures and different possibilities that could possibly occur. One where Atlas dies or becomes a great hero, one where Rokaz finds his past, or one where he never even existed, one where Ingot is incredibly intelligent, or one where he is forever tiny and left unbelievably petulant of the matter. But he sees one, in amongst all these thousands of potential happenings, one tiny one where he succeeds in this little endeavor, and succeeds in making him grow just that small bit, and catching it in between his index and ring finger. Index and middle finger, like like a fucking ninja, just catches it in between his fingers, and you see all the different panes flow back as time rewinds, and it like fits in perfectly like a jigsaw piece. Time and reality resets with a one last piece, changed this time as he slowly slots it back in, and time resumes with the presumably right future.
Now,
Whoa.
as you begin to do this and you make this display, Ingot, you find yourself to be even taller. You feel even stronger. But one other thing, Ingots, Alexandria, Rokaz, and Atlas, you all see this. Whenever Navro typically casts Chronal Shift, don't really notice anything, nothing ever happens. It's more of like, that's what could have happened. Navro kind of like, oh, nope, fuck that, boom, slam the staff down, and then what you guys end up playing out and what you guys actually see as characters is the finished result. This is the first time that you have actually seen Navro's magic and actually repairing the likes of time or changing it and altering it before your very eyes. It's very, very shiny though. I will say that, Ingot, for sure.
Man,
Very shiny. Very cool.
Man, you guys got some crazy cybernetics.
Cyber what now?
Cybernetics? She looks over at the Rokaz. I'm finally upstairs, so.
Just, it's
Saying the word twice doesn't help.
Broadcast, look, it's like this. You'll see as Atlas is gonna show his robotic hand, like this thing.
That's some low tech there, pal.
Yeah, you try making a fucking arm in the middle of a cave with no materials. It's not the easiest.
You should see what Atlas has created. And, by the way, this is the power of Dunamancy. And it has saved our lives. Magic, Dunamis. It's the raw elemental magic of odds and possibilities.
Now,
It's
real
helped
quick-
us out of more scraps than you can possibly imagine.
Now, real quick, Sensei.
Mhm.
Does Zandora have magic or
Yes.
like Shadowrun?
It's like Shadowrun. It
So
definitely
not
has.
like normal magic, but like
No, so-
shamanistic?
So, like, I'll give you an example. Time to write down some lore that's irrelevant, but it's just world building, so you guys just know. So, the way the cyberpunk planet works is that where you would come from as well, you would come from the likes of the city of Toronto. We never really established it because it's not really relevant. But here's a little bit about your stuff, just so you know. So basically, that city is it's, how do I explain it? All right, to put it lightly, it's basically domed off from the rest of the world. It's fairly big, but it's an entire region and like continent just with a giant massive dome over it to prevent any of the nuclear fallout sort of getting in and seeping in. Because of that, that nuclear fallout was basically caused not necessarily by technology, but actually by magic. Now, magic in the likes of the city that you are from, it is heavily outlawed. People still do it, you know, but some person like basically used with magic, they'd be viewed as someone who's sick or someone who would probably or using it would probably cause mutations. Imagine like Fallout, right? Imagine those type of mutations, morphings of the body. Yeah, and all that stuff. Well, let me give you the.
Great.
I'm gonna give you the last sort of thing that's very relevant to your character.
Okay.
And this is just also so people who can know if you ever even care. But the last thing is, in your world, someone wouldn't just like cast fireball because magic is outlawed and everything that I just said beforehand. It would be somebody throwing a grenade, and that would be the equivalent of throwing or casting fireball, right? A wizard would be like a geek squad member. A paladin would probably be like a cyber. Yeah, exactly. A policeman would probably be like a cyberpunk cop, you know, RoboCop or whatever, right? Everything would kind of be utilized through a technological means, but magic is still a thing, and it's just very dangerous and scary.
Okay, because it makes sense, because even in Shadowrun it was like this, but there was shamans who had totems. Basically, they were warlocks.
Yeah. So, there you go. So you would know kind of like how you... Well. You're talking about like totems and warlocks and all that stuff. I don't know necessarily about Shadowrun and all that, but
it was basically your patron, and then they granted you powers to cast magic.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Your character probably wouldn't know, to be fair. But
no, I dabbled in cybernetics, so.
Yeah, your character probably wouldn't know, but it's possible. More so like a patron to like a warlock would be like, hey, here's a big boss CEO person, and you are my, you know, employee. Go do my shit, and I'll pay you money or give you other shit. Right? That's the equivalent. Okay. That's the closest thing that you can get to a warlock in Cyberpunk.
Okay, I was just checking. I'm gonna turn to Navra and go, damn, no wonder you so messed up. Thought it was probably some black lace you were using, which I guess you've been dabbling in magics.
You say a lot of words that don't make any sense to me. I'm gonna need a thesaurus for you. But enough. And I looked the water bears. Have they had their time in the sun?
Yeah, they're good.
Alright. In that case, looking to everybody. Alright. We'll need to wash up a small bit. Now, the water will be cleaned afterwards, but I have plans for that dirty water. No worries. And kind of ushering everybody to like take a wash for themselves, both clothes and like themselves.
I'm good, thanks.
I think it's gonna since you made him bigger, take this, magic man, that did keep you safe. I think it's gonna hand Navro a plate.
Oh shit!
A piece of plate.
You hand him the plate and just fuck! It's very heavy, very heavy.
I seem like slowly reaching into the bag and folding. Thank you, Ingot. Very kind of you.
Let it keep you safe, magic man. You frail.
That's true. And he'll go for his wash.
Easy enough. As you do, eventually as you begin to wash up and more, you get out and do your thing. Rokaz, do you, basically for the sake of brevity, Ingot and Rokaz, do you guys actually, fucking clean yourselves up instead of being smash players?
Yes. Thousand times, yes.
It feels nice, I will tell you that much. After you kind of think about it, and Navro did bring up a good point, after literally slaying a massive storm bird, fighting giants, learning about the giants, going through the snow, going through the sand, bro. Y'all smell like ass.
After fighting
know what
zombies, gibbering mouthers, the bone drinker, more zombies, more corruption, yetis, stormbirds, and trekking through the fucking desert. Even if Navro couldn't sweat, which he can't, he would smell like fucking ass, and everyone else would smell like even worse ass.
You know what?
Probably even
thing
more
is?
for you because you're dead.
Literally a rotten corpse.
You know what the worst thing is? Even Myra took a bath at the Oasis before you guys did.
Oh man. So with that, as you guys are able to clean yourselves up, clean the likes of your clothes for those who wear clothes and all that, then you guys feel a little bit more refreshed than usual. As you begin to do so, Ingrid, that's what you were kind of doing. Rokaz, is there anything specific that you were doing after all this? Whether it be asking someone or whatever it may be.
After the bath, Rokaz will go to Alex. So, I got a question. Well, general question.
Yes, multi-eyed man. Thing. Are Dragonkin normal there?
Yeah, like all the normal all the races of like
okay,
Aurora
I didn't
there.
know gym dragons were there.
Yeah, you're good.
If I would assume they were mutations.
It's all the Aug.
If there's anything like random or weird of like, oh hey, that would be considered different, then I'll let you know. But yeah.
Oh, definitely his eyes, but.
Well, I mean like any race that would like just be you'd have a different interpretation of them, then yeah, I'll let you know. But nah, you're good.
Myconids?
Myconids, nah. Normal.
Okay.
Myconids are more like druids or shamans and all that stuff. Hippies really. But
I didn't know how
that's
much
not it.
nature was left in the world.
There's a decent bit. It's more artificial or fake, but yeah.
Druids are
Okay.
clinging on to all the hope they can.
They really
In
are.
the age of technology, druids are screaming.
It would be more if you would run
I just
into
remember they're out
circle
there
of
by the dome just casting plant growth.
you would run into more circle of metallurgy druids than actual druids, which would
The
be
circle
metal
of the
benders.
city.
But go ahead, Rokas.
Circle of
Oh, one tiny thing before. I tell Atlas to like prepare his like magic shit, his his like infused items and shit to sell while we're bathing. Just to do that.
Gotcha. He'll do that.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
Sorry for the
Rokas.
interruption.
So, you want to wake up this gravitas, was it?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about them. Why do you want to wake
quick
them up
question.
so bad?
Which eye am I supposed to look at? I'm having a hard time here.
Take a pick. I got 6 of them.
Wait, I only count 5.
Look down.
Oh. That seems like a redundant place to put that. But what do I know?
Wasn't my choice.
Should talk to your Ripper Doc next time.
My who?
Oh, okay. Apparently you don't have those either.
We're still on the bow and arrow kind of aspect, apparently.
You say that, but then I look at his machine arm.
He's different.
He's different.
Okay.
I like that. I like that at the same time.
Oh man. That kind of look over is like, I guess so.
Which isn't there like a Triceratops here?
No,
Well,
they're
a while
outside.
away.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
outside.
okay. I didn't know if they follow this in or not.
No, they're outside. You'll see him in a bit. Don't worry.
Anyway, what was your question?
Tell us about Gravitas. Why you want to wake him up so bad?
Well, there's a couple gods I'm gonna need to wake up in order to help defeat, But most of all, I'm gonna need their help getting close to that tree to wake up the big guy.
you're trying to get to fuck, it was Yggdrasil, right? That's the tree.
Yeah, you would
That's
know
the
that.
tree.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't physically. I'm like, I feel like
It's
that's
been
the
a
name.
while. It's been
Yeah.
a long while.
I feel like that's the
So
first
you're-
time like you guys have ever said Yggdrasil since like the mountain and Mimir said it.
Yeah, pretty much. So you're trying to get to Yggdrasil. Fuck. My keys.
What was the question? Sorry.
It was more a confirmation that you're trying to get to Yggdrasil.
Yeah. We never confirmed this, by the way, Sensei. Do I or do I not know Mimir?
I said you know everything that we talked about.
Okay. I'm looking at the thing. It says I know him, so I'm gonna go with it. Yeah. I was given a little information from a floating head.
Ah. I wondered what happened to him.
That has been something I wished to ask about. Try and find him again, but it's been a hard few weeks. Especially with the Stormbird and getting here.
Yeah, he's been a little busy from what I've seen.
We'll call him soon. I hope to do it tonight, but there are plenty other plans we need to get through.
So, this gravitas, goddess of gravity, what you said, right?
But I understand. I don't know personally much about her, other than what I've been told. I do know some. I do believe in the Norse. If that means anything.
Noted for later.
We've seen a few, and we've met gods before. So, there's validity in what you were saying.
You do know some stuff. Alexandra, make a religion or history check, one or the other, with advantage.
Oh, so I do know. Whoa, what is going on with my I'm missing some stuff on my character sheet, but okay. Like, did attributes get smaller or something?
What's up? Oh, there you go.
Apparently, I know everything.
Fuck!
The dice were like, hey, bud, you do know about this. What are you doing? Alright, so, Alexandra, you do know about Gravitas. You do know a huge...
A good bit, apparently.
A huge thing about them. Well, maybe not extensive knowledge, like volumes of knowledge. It's more so you know one thing that's very kind of important. Well, boy. And whether you can just say if you repeat all this in character or whatever, right? But, Gravitas is essentially, a god specifically in Vodun and Vodun alone. They are... When it comes to, like... Oh boy, where do I even fucking start? When it comes to the likes of the Starry Ones and more, this individual had... Well... They probably fight them the most, actively. Essentially,
Yes, you do tell me this.
they are in the central part of Vodun, obviously, like in the middle of everything, hence being, you know, the goddess of gravity and all that stuff. But actively, they are fighting right now, and they have been for the past year in Vodun. It is essentially, as they have been fighting, basically like Doom Guy this entire time, for the entire year against the corruption, no stop, no sleep, no eat, no drink, no nothing, just constant battle. Eventually, their time, or they eventually falter and they fall. And once they do, gravity gets fucked for a bit. Low gravity begins to ensue, high gravity begins to ensue. And you know that within only a couple of days, that point, that cycle will repeat and she will die again. If that happens and she is not awoken or anything is done or your mission is not completed, then you'll have to wait another year to do so.
Jesus.
And did... So,
I got the explanation for you.
And Alexandria said to us, like, oh, sorry, go on.
I was literally about to explain. So, from what I know of Gravitas, she's basically a one-man army fighting against the Starry Ones. Basically, she's been fighting, dying, repeat, in a cycle of never-ending war. What we're going to be doing is giving her a boost. 'Cause she's right there, smack dab. She's going to be the most instrumental piece to get the ball rolled. We only have... Do I know the exact amount of days?
Not the exact amount of days, you just know it's a couple, and it's coming soon. It's not, it's not like, oh man, we gotta do this shit right now, but it's like, probably within a...
Can I guesstimate, like...
Yeah,
2
like...
weeks?
Like 2 weeks, or like, within a month. Like, you got a bit of time, right? You got some time.
We have about 2 weeks to about a month before she runs out of stamina and dies again. At which point, gravity, it's gonna be a little wacky. Some places you could get instantly crushed like a pancake, or fly off into the sky.
And how exactly do we help her?
Well, here. I think it's better if I show you rather than explain with words. She's going to once again pull out her guitar and begin strumming some chords and giving Navro a bardic inspiration.
Huh.
Which,
Good.
Interesting.
I don't know how I just opened Navro's character sheet, but
Nice.
As you do.
yeah, as I do. There it is. I was looking everywhere for it so I can explain what the fuck it does. You feel a little more energized, as if the next thing you do, you feel like you'd be better at it than normal. Refreshed, stamina back. And you can have a D8 within the next 10 minutes on anything you roll.
Ooh. You see Never just like, and like jump slightly.
I will say, you do, however, feel as though, because we're going to narrate this, a little strange, as she strums the music, you can feel the vibration within your bones itself, like it's coming through the ground.
This is bizarre.
Now
What?
imagine this, but amplified by 100 times more. With lights, explosions, flames, just a killer fucking time.
Sounds good. We'll help
It
you.
is. We got about 2 weeks to a month before we're out of time.
And they're here. In this ruin.
Not necessarily at this ruin. Listen, we're basically playing loud enough to echo across all of Voden, which is why it's going to attract the Starry Ones to us. In order to create order, you have to have a little chaos.
In that case, it will be a bit difficult. They're not the easiest to fight off.
That's why I need both your group and the others.
The Kindred Spirits, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Though admittedly, I know less about them than I do y'all.
You'll find out soon enough. We aren't wildly privy on them either, but that's how it simply is.
One thing, two things. First thing, how much did Ingot grow? Just to know, like, how much, like 6 inches, a foot?
Like, basically a foot. It doesn't really change their token, though.
Okay, just wondering.
That's still a sizable increase.
Yeah.
It's a little bit.
We take those.
And I'm looking to see how Atlas is doing on his infusion creation so far.
I mean, he's basically already like created most of it. He's just more so just like laying a couple of the things out. You'll see as he begins to do so, he lays out more so a couple of wires attached to kind of differing weapons and more. He seems to kind of enlace and trace a couple of, not necessarily runes, but more of sigils of magic onto these random hodgepodge of sort of things, weapons and armor, like kind of using them as a basis, but they're more of prototypes, like prototype weapons, like sticks rather than actual, an axe per se.
Mm-hmm. A proof of concept rather than a finished product.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. In that case, if it's possible for me to do something, unless I'm like cutting into what you were doing, Alex.
No, Rokaz asked me a question. I answered.
Okay, just making sure. In that case, if everyone's finished washing up, then getting out, cleaning himself, or kind of drying himself down, and drying off all his clothes. So now Navro is pretty much the cleanest he's ever been since the mines. He's going to kneel down and sort of put his hand to the water and ask to this filthy fucking water, this gamer boy bath water, absolutely. And if
Thanks, I hate it.
bottle it up. He is going to say, Sewer King, if it's possible for you to meet here with us, to meet this body of water, we have business to discuss. I'm summoning the Sewer King, if he's able to get here.
Perfectly good pool, permanently ruined.
We can clean it, no worries.
As you begin to do so, hold on 1 second. Let me think for 2 seconds. Sensei needs a think thingy, because something is up with voice mod. Let me go to the mind palace for 2 seconds.
Nah, don't worry.
Who the fuck is the Sewer King?
What you do the mind palace?
Oh god, you're about to see some fucky shit.
I got the perfect thing to do. You just kind of walk up to Alex and go, "Do you know where the crabs are?"
What kind of crabs are you talking about?
Party crabs.
Okay, Alex, not knowing what party crabs are, is assuming he means less than pleasant kind of crabs.
I mean, in fairness, that'd be my assumption hearing party crabs.
I'm sorry, but I don't have those.
No, me looking for crabs. Crabs are shinies. Plant told me they throw a big party.
You do you, pal. Yeah. Okay. Didn't know plants could get those, but thanks.
He has a gift, Ingot. He's very skilled.
At what?
Talking to plants, and also killing things. But then again, I think all of us are at this point.
Yeah, he really wants to get those crabs, though. I know Navro looks like a corpse, but we're actually quite healthy.
I have an 11 constitution.
You're still healthy. You are average.
I have resistance to poison and advantage against disease.
So, quick note, you have more con than I do.
I had more con than Zephyr, man.
We're gonna have to do it this way.
But,
It's unfortunate,
I think
but it is what it is.
even with more of your con, I think I ended up with more
out of
HP than
hand.
you ever would have.
I think that's because you had the tough feat.
It's
I went
unfortunate,
with it.
but I figured this is what it will have to be. It is what it is. Okay, so here's the thing. So I forgot that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, for whatever reason, I think it was when Windows updated, voice mod also updated, and it deleted every last one of my voices, right?
I remember you saying about that, yeah.
Yep. And I was able to get a couple, or a lot of the basic ones, because I didn't use any custom voices, but all of the voices for the gods and the patrons got deleted because they're custom, including the Sewer Kings. So I was over here thinking like, okay, what am I gonna do? Sewer King's gonna sound a little sick today. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, man.
He has a cold.
He has a cold, man. He's
extra blessed by himself today. He's even more disgusting than usual.
Listen, it's the gamer boy bathwater that's really doing this.
That's my fault. I forgot about that because I was like, okay, yeah, we got this. I got everything ready for him. I was like, oh shit, his voice is gone. Fuck. Oh,
I'm extra powerful today, Shea.
Oh man. Alright, so I said whenever you're ready for the Sewer King, you let me know. But yeah.
I feel like I'm ready.
Good
Whenever Atlas is ready, man. Whatever he's able to sell.
Atlas is fucking ready. Oh god.
You might want to solder right there, little guy.
They will say one thing. So I got a couple of things. Now, are we looking to sell every last one of these things, or are we like, I don't know.
Well, whatever you can infuse later as well, when we're fully able to rest, when we're at the village itself. I think then we could properly infuse certain items and to give them out to the party. And even, possibly, leaning in a bit closer, we could give some to other members of the Kindred Spirits. It would be a perfect bribe, really.
Here's the thing, though. So I can only have a couple of these at a time, but, I mean, they don't work. But, after a bit, if I'm not concentrating on these things, yeah, they don't work anymore. They're just sticks.
May I see one?
Sure, and you'll see as he's gonna pass you a couple of boots. They're like very, very small shoes that not even Atlas could really like sort of fit. I call these boots of the winding path, something like that. They allow somebody to go and just appear somewhere else.
Like how far away are we talking?
Not far, like I think 15 feet. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
How did you?
we'll keep two. One for Zephyr and one for Fabio, possibly. If neither of them want something, they can potentially give it to the Kindred Spirits. Unless, Rokaz, Inga, do you have something in particular you're willing to want from Atlas?
Me no one from Atlas, but me have a question. It's gonna pull out the enchanted great axe that he's just been lugging about. Does you know what this do? He's gonna just hand it over to Atlas.
Man,
Man.
that's big.
Wait, hold on, make sure I was typing something. Which one are you giving to Atlas?
Great axe.
Yeah, I'm asking if Atlas knows what the enchanted great axe, like, or what it does. Because Ingot knows it's somewhat magical, but he has no clue what it does.
The enchanted great axe from the Yeti?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh man, I was like, enchanted great axe, the fuck are you talking about? Oh wait, yeah, that was from a year ago. But you'll see as he will say, yeah, I can take a little bit and look at it. If you got 10 minutes to spare, I can do that.
Me would appreciate.
We're
And
selling
Ingot's
things,
gonna,
right?
like, give Atlas a copper coin.
We're selling things, yes.
Thanks. Go pocket it.
Then why don't I? And I'm going to attempt to climb this to get to this.
Funny enough, so you can climb there, but not maybe this means. You try to climb this little area and try to like touch the likes of the pillar. You feel as if like there is a barrier of this sort preventing you from being able to even touch that or go through it. Granted, if you're looking around and investigating, you would be able to notice that you're able to climb on the rocks and being able to sit yourself on top of here, but getting through these things, something's blocking you from doing so.
Interesting.
I'm going to...
Then I'll go around.
I do. I'm going to cast Detect Magic on that little sector there.
Detect magic. This is abjuration magic. It is preventing an individual from being able to get through it. Make a Arcana check though, Navro.
Sure.
29.
And just for being funny, 30.
Get fucked.
What do I know about abjuration magic, Sensei?
Well,
go ahead.
long ago in... No, I'm kidding.
Long ago in a distant land.
TLDR, basically. This is magic preventing stuff from like happening or activating. It seems to just be the prevention of physical pass-through. This could easily be, you know, dispelled or deactivated with the likes of Dispel Magic. But there's also another way to be able to deactivate it from what you can tell. A little bit of examination is able to determine that. Simply an overcharging of magic would be enough to do so. Nothing crazy, but magic that is of a second level spell or higher would be able to easily turn this off and turn it back on if you wished. Also, even mana crystals would probably be able to give a similar function.
Now, with a kind of cranked fucking roll like that, would I know what might have enabled this? If not a creature, but like, you know, like who might have?
It's
almost
not
like
it's not a like a.
This.
It wouldn't be like a god or anything. It's not like too crazy of magic. Any sort of like from what you would know and how you would interpret. Especially Navro of all people, yeah, this is like some basic wizard precautions of preventing people from like entering a tower of theirs, right? This isn't anything like phenomenal, like where, oh man, a yokai did this. Nah, it's just like a normal dude probably.
some guy, some worker. Okay, and I asked kind of in the way that like you'd kind of know like, oh, like I don't know, someone who's really skilled in one thing might do it one way, and someone who's skilled another way might do the same job, quite different. If you know what I mean. But yeah, yeah. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the Sewer King.
All right. So, well, before that, Alexandra, as you climb up to this area, what are you trying to do?
It looks like there's a large gym here.
I believe that actually is that there still. I feel like that's not there anymore.
Was it taken by somebody else who was?
I'm pretty sure like Secrets has something to do with it, and I'm pretty sure that's just not there anymore for whatever reason.
I feel like if there's a big gem, Ingot would have probably pointed as well, because
Like-
Ingot.
I have a strong feeling that thing is gone. That's just me.
What about these ones?
Yeah, those ones probably gone as well. Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well, then I probably wouldn't have climbed up there
Okay, no problem. No problem.
that day. Can I do an investigation to see if there's any other gyms or anything around I could sell to this guy he's summoning?
Looking around. Yeah, you can make an investigation check real quick. So, that said, making sure, confirming, you guys are not waiting for Atlas to finish the identify spell. You're just summoning the Sewer King now.
Well.
Ingot
we
will
would
sell
wait for
the
that.
axe if he can identify it. Just like
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, we can wait.
All right. So with 17, looking around, there's not really much things of value, not really any resources. You get the sense heavily that Alexandria, this place, it's been not even just explored already by previous people. It's been almost lived in. Looking around like towards the ground, you'd see as there's multiple footsteps and even like stains of blood left and right. Looking over, you'd even notice as there's a couple of sort of corpses, skeletal corpses that you didn't necessarily notice, but there seems like there was a battle here and a pretty gruesome one. Bits of burn marks every now and again, everywhere. Something happened here.
Old or freshish?
Fresh enough to draw a bit of like, what's going on here?
you'll notice that there was some kind of fight that happened here recently.
Looking around at that, and knowing our neighbors, do I see any black feathers?
Looking for black feathers. Oh boy. Bro, roll an investigation check, roll a nat 20. Roll a nat 20.
Investigation. 28.
19, but not a nat 20.
Hold on. I have knowledge. If I get a 30, would I get like some kind of success? A 30,
This man
mind you.
would sniff like
Deific.
I'll tell you what, don't even worry about that. Roll a D100, roll like a 90 or higher.
Oh my
The
god.
dice said fuck you, bro.
Fuck you.
The dice said fuck you, man. It ain't happening,
they
brother.
tantalized you so close.
Well, he
Nah,
just
it's
rolls
too far
knowledge, I
fetched.
guess.
Wait! His bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, it had to be a nat 20. Gotta be a nat 20.
Okay, sure. I mean, okay.
Can we add the bardic inspiration
like-
to the D100?
Alright, it's like
I mean, a
too
30
far-fetched. It's too far-fetched. Like, yeah, sure. Kreelan was here, but one would Navro, realistically, sure, they would maybe look for him, but also, it's the desert, it's Voden, wind is a thing. They weren't there this, early ago. The chance of you finding that is kind of ridiculous. Like, yes.
Okay.
Because that was,
These,
that was actually, not a year ago, but, 7 months ago in real life.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Quick question: are these actually readable at all?
Yes, they are. If you want to read them.
Are they in common or?
Yeah, they're uncommon.
Oh yeah, I'll take a quick read of them. Well, I'm looking around. I might as well look and see what these say.
We'll get to that in just a second, but eventually Atlas would get done with it, and they'd begin to say, okay, it's not anything too crazy. It's essentially it's how do I explain it? It's all right.
Got this.
I'm gonna just hit you with it. It's cursed. It's fucking cursed. But it's kind of powerful. It's what you would know as a berserker axe, specifically. Yeah, not really good. Not really good. But it hits harder, and you have a higher chance of hitting. And let me explain exactly what this does. So, here's what a Berserker Axe does. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage roll with this magic weapon. And addition, while you're attuned to the thing. Your hit point maximum also increases by 1 for each level you have attained while attuning to this weapon. But, the curse is, as Atlas can explain it, essentially, becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the axe by any means, keeping it within reach at all times. You have disadvantage on any attack rolls with weapons other than this one, unless no foe is within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear. Also, while this is in your possession, you make a wisdom saving throw DC 15 or go berserk. Going berserk basically means you use your action to attack the nearest creature to you. You can choose to make your extra attack if you want to, but you don't have to. If you fail that saving throw, you smack the person right beside you as you go in a berserk state. And yeah, that is basically what the Berserker Axe does. I will drop it below in the likes of chat. We're good to go.
And to think Ingot didn't just randomly use the axe.
That would have been very unfortunate.
Yep,
That's what people told me to do. Luckily, Ingot didn't quite care enough.
Yeah, that is what Meyer told him to do.
With that, if we have the axe identified, would we be able to call in the Sewer King?
So, before we do that, I have a thing. So, I might be a dumbass, because apparently I decided not to fucking write this thing. I have a spell scroll that I don't think we ever identified.
What? Get that shit identified right now.
What's a spell scroll?
And I quote, unknown spell and level.
Alright,
Chop chop, and with it, let's go.
Can never
What's a
smell
spell
what's written on the scroll with his like rolls.
He's going feral.
Frenzy. Now, one thing. I know
think
that
I
if
remember
I
what
try
this
to
is.
copy a spell scroll, I have the chance of rolling
Ruining
a DC and ruining it. Which, God, for fuck's sake, if that happens. With
nah,
anyone,
I'm
please
not gonna do that. That's fucking
Thank
stupid.
you, Jesus fucking
I'm not gonna
Christ!
do
I would,
that.
I would break my fucking screen if I rolled anything less.
Oh my
But
God.
also, I'm pretty sure it's impossible for me to fail that roll. But anyway,
That one.
anyway,
And that one's a nat one. I'm kidding.
even with a nat one, I don't think I'd be able to fail because it's 10 and I have a plus 12 to Arcana. But anyway, if I identify it, that doesn't cause anything, right? I could identify it using an Arcana check, could I?
yeah, for sure.
All right, in that case, before we contact the Sewer King, I would go over and I take
You
the scroll.
just,
If
like, feral run over like Myra used to with like on all fours.
spells, I need more spells.
All
He'll
right.
calmly, stiffly walk over like he always does, and he's going to see if he can get that spell scroll and identify it.
All right. As you begin to do so, open up your thingy. All right. Yeah. Just so casting, identify, all that stuff. You're taking the 10 minutes. I assume that you kind of, well.
Am I able to do it with just an Arcana check? Because I do have identify. I don't have the material components.
Don't worry about the material components. You're good. Yeah. You guys are level 8. I assume you can procure materials fast enough to the point where you're okay. This is a level
issue
one.
is
This is a level
identifying.
1 through 4, Bowden. You're fine.
Yeah, because identify them. Our main issue is it costs 100 gold. That was the
Well-
component we're struggling with.
It doesn't cost 100 gold, but the pearl needs to be of 100 gold value or higher. It's not consumed, which is the good thing. So you could use it over and over. But
Nah, don't worry. Atlas can pass you his. We're fine.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's more of like you guys are level 8. You can figure out the means to figure out how to do it. You're good.
Yeah. I'll identify it with a ritual, sure.
Alrighty, so here's what this spell is. After a bit of 10 minutes, you look over and this is some heavy evocation magic. This is a spell called Flaming Sphere.
Ooh.
I don't need to explain what Flaming Sphere does, do I?
Does it
I
make a
can.
flaming
I'm
spear?
looking it up right now. I think I know the spell.
Yeah.
TLDR, yeah, for everybody else who's watching. TLDR, it's kind of like spiritual weapon, but as a bonus action, you cause like a flaming sphere or a fireball kind of thing that you can just chuck at people to do 2d6 fire damage. They have to make a dexterity saving throw if they start their turn within it, or they take damage or half damage, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool and use of the bonus action stuff if you do not have anything to use it for.
This is very good for a cause. Thank you very much. Where did you find this?
Internet.
I don't know what that is. And
Oh, I
you
know what that is.
I've heard enough words.
Wait, how do
that
you
I
not
don't-
know what a Ripper Doc is? And
I-
know what the internet is?
I just made up a word. What the hell is the internet?
I have heard enough words for today. I just need to hear words from a Louisiana demon. Let me just go over.
What the fuck is a demon? The only
You'll
demon I know is in a
see.
cyberware program.
I know what a demon
No,
is.
it's Damon.
Sorry, a daemon, I guess.
Demons and demons are completely different. Whoa there. Trust me, I'm a demon hunter. Well, I'm a devil hunter. Shut the fuck up. They're different.
Well, listen, is it the same as, like, white ice and black ice?
What?
We're getting political.
You say
No.
words. You keep saying words, and we don't understand them. We are gonna go over your slang later. Right now, let's just please buy some items. And I'm going to contact the Sewer King. For God's sake.
You look over it immediately. The tendril begin to almost, as you look over, stumbling over to the water. The eyes of the Sewer King, the tendrils begin to form directly, only inches away from your face. And with
What the fuck?
And with that, oh boy, here we go.
Quick thing, by the way. Is Is Navro getting upset because she knows more than Navro with a lower intelligence?
No, he
It's
just
'cause
really
you don't
wants
make
to
I'm
talk
just
to the
playing with
Sewer
you.
King.
I know. I'm just playing with you. Oh.
Alright.
Was
And
that
as
Fireblock?
this begins to happen, you look over and you see as the tendrils begin to almost enlarge and lengthen for a second, the three eyes begin to start forming over. They look directly towards Navro, look over towards Atlas, Alexandria, Ingot, and then they all focus on you, Rokaz. Slowly but surely, you'll see as the tendrils begin to start forming again, a second and a third as they lurch off out of the water and look over towards the descent. A putrid and horrifying creature begins to emerge in a Toyug with wares abundant and a top hat atop his very head.
Oh, fuck this. I've seen this movie.
And you see this guy appear. As this happens, you look over as he begins to sort of tip his hat to each and every one of these foul adventurers, and he begins to kind of
Just watch. How dare you?
he kind of just sort of sneezes a little bit, but here's what he says. 1 second.
If it loads.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
Well. Fuck. Sorry, getting over a cold. But, seems that we have a couple of adventurers here. Seem to be in these here on ruins. What can I do for you, my friends?
Verse, please tell me what the fuck you are.
Be polite, Alex. He's quite good.
Look, I've seen mutants before, but
Well,
nothing.
I don't mean to be rude. Where have my manners gone? It seems to be that we have a new customer in town. I am what people refer to me as the taskmaster of trash, the card dealer and pact stealer. I'm a Notoyug, but I hail over the sewers and the river's abundant, and I am their king. You can refer to me as the Sewer King, darling.
Oh, you got someone you need to talk to. And what's the name of the planet? Is it Thur? I fucking knew it. I would get it mixed up with Zathura again.
Xandora.
Xandura. I want to talk to some guy in Zathura. Then he's using your name.
I've been there a couple of times, here on and there. Seems to be that probably Xandora has the worst of the worst when it comes to filth and trash, especially in the sewers. But hey, that's just more for me to consume and more for me to clean. That said,
He's not wrong.
I see that you all are missing a couple of folks. And I will say, I am sorry to hear what had happened with my favorite business partner. I'm very saddened to see them go. Though I don't know the means, I do know that they're in a... they're happy in the afterlife. That I'm sure of.
Where are they?
Hey, well, I'm not necessarily 100% sure. They could be in hell, chilling with the likes of d&d, or they could be in heaven with the likes of the gods of Valhalla. Though I don't have a fondness for the divine, I really don't mind if that's how she gets down with the get down.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you, King.
Now then, on to business. We're looking to sell and to buy some art. Atlas, if you could show off what you've made so far.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, shit. You'll see as he begins to sort of have a couple of sort of basic sort of things, and says, yeah, oh god, fuck. So slimy, so stinky, shit.
Be Atlas, be polite. He's different from us, but he is just as kind and intelligent.
I know, but you weren't inside him, man. You weren't inside him.
What the fuck?
That's true, but still.
I thought this was a different type of movie.
It's a fucking terrible movie. I hate this place. But, hey, King, Sura King, yes, hello, I am Atlas, you remember me, your best friend, best buddy. I have some shit, yeah, some inventions I'm looking to sell, or, yeah, yeah. Oh, God. You'll see as the Sewer King will look over at each and every one of them, kind of, you not necessarily picking them up, but the eyes will kind of look over and examine them, but then look over towards you, Navro, if you had something to say.
This is what our friend Atlas has procured and created. Now, they're not exactly artisan creations. They've been made under some stressful times, but you can see here that they are made under great passion and intricate expertise. Now, one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So these are what rarity are all of these items? Common, uncommon, rare?
I think they classify as uncommon. Whatever like a +1 sort of be. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are just uncommon.
It'd be
right
uncommon to rare.
Well, it's more so what he has.
He has 4 of them? 3?
He has. Hold on, am I good? I was lagging for a bit.
You were lagging
Yes.
for a second there, but now you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, computer's been acting up a little funky recently. But he has. Yeah, it's only just uncommon items from what we decided right now. Like that's all he made based off of what we chose.
Okay, so that would be 200 gold is the average price for an uncommon item. And there are how many of them?
There is. Yeah, there is 4, but Atlas is going to sort of mention again. Hey, just remember what I said, but also, you sure you guys don't want to use any of this stuff?
What do you got?
We'll use 1. I think that's enough for us. The rest can be sold for a time.
And I kind of take Atlas behind.
We'll find a way of getting more, don't you worry.
Yeah, as you kind of like off to the side. But never, once these things, I can only concentrate on these certain things, so, just saying if we was just giving these things away, this guy's fucking scary, man. Unless we want to, piss him off, or piss whoever he's selling to off, then, I don't know if we should do this.
Look,
they're not gonna work anymore.
We wait a period of time, and then, after that, there's someone else's problem once he's sold them off. It's not his problem if they stopped working. The product that he sold when he sold it was working perfectly. Must have been something they've done. So, it won't be his fault, and it won't be our fault. And I highly doubt he'll sell to somebody who's going to try and kill us.
Persuasion check, Navro.
So,
Okay.
we're gonna die.
Probably.
20. Okay, alright. Alright. Yeah,
We'll
okay,
keep
that's
1
the
of these items for ourselves. You don't have to worry about that, but the 3, I think, will work quite well.
Alright. So, basically if that's the case, You will look over, and as the Sewer King is sort of judging all these sort of things, seeing their quality and more, Atlas will kind of look over towards the rest of the party, asking kind of which one would you like to keep. So, make sure I got... Oh, go ahead.
I think the one we were going to keep, because we have a good amount of spellcasters, was the spell refueling ring, so that we can refuel one 3rd level spell. And we'll probably give it to Fabio, and when he levels up, we can probably give it to Zephyr, so he'll have an extra smite slot.
Alrighty.
That's the idea, at least.
So,
and even then, we could make it into something else later on. He can infuse whatever into whatever, right?
Yeah. So, that being said, is everybody cool with that? Keeping the spell refueling ring?
Sure.
Alrighty. Cool. That, hold on. Fucking everything is dying. There we go. Alright.
While he's whispering to Atlas, can I ask the Sewer King, do you take credits?
We'll look over and kind of, as he does, we'll say, yeah, I'll say this. 1 second. Well, yes and no. I do take credits, but I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna have to start sort of diving in. Well, he's from Xandor and all that. Here's the thing. The people, from what I understand, are voting. They ain't really getting out of here. So, your credits mean absolutely nothing in the realm of voting. But, if you save those things and give them to me in Xandora, then we can come to an agreement. So I'm sorry to say, but your money ain't really good here right now.
You got like a currency exchange or anything?
That would be a good idea. Would be a good idea indeed. Can I get back to you on that?
Okay.
Pleasure, or thank you for understanding. Now, when it comes to the likes of these other items that your fine little friend over here has that I will never eat again or ever transport ever again, well, they seem to be having a couple of good things. Nothing too crazy, but enough for the time being. Now, I'm thinking probably like, at most probably like 80 gold for each of these things. I think that should probably suffice. They seem to be pretty powerful in their own rights. And you're selling me the 3, so we'll call it 240 gold. Is that feasible for y'all?
Well, these are specific items, and magic items are not incredibly common here in Voden. And as well, Sewer King, you do love a good haggle. I think about 150 gold for each one, as these are artisanal craft by our little friend here. Now, if you're willing to go down a little more, I don't mind, but that's my offer.
Well, I mean, I do love a good haggle, you got me correct. However, I don't like disrespect, and that's a little bit of a disrespectful deal. I know you didn't mean for it, but we can come to a better compromise than that. I'm thinking at
About
least
95 gold per.
Let the Sewer King finish. What were you going to offer?
I was thinking probably like, maybe I can sort of stretch it to 220 gold, maybe, but come on, 150 Navro, you gotta kind of meet me in the middle here.
We're the one with the product.
So 220 for all of them. That would be 220 divided by.
That's less than what he just offered us, because he just offered us 240.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Got that backwards. My bad, my math is off, you know, this whole sickness and cold and everything. My apologies. I meant this way instead. Not 240, but maybe like 300 gold, maybe.
300 gold. That works for me.
Ingo pitching 300 gold and a shiny.
Oh, don't worry. These gold coins, they are very, very shiny. With a little bit of Sewer King slime alongside it, but you know, you don't have to worry about that. It's authentic, as they like to call it.
Whatever happened to platinum?
See as Inga just like holds out the platinum coins before putting them back away.
Oh shit. High roller over here.
Well, if that's the case, if we're settling on 300 gold, then my friend, I'll extend my hand and tendril, and we have a deal.
Pleasure doing business with you again, Sewer King. Holding his tendril, kind of shaking a little, and tipping the hat that he had purchased off of the Sewer King. Still well in use, well loved.
Glad to see that thing is still getting your use out of it. Now, that said...
One tiny thing. The Sewer King would hear in his head,
And later on, a smaller deal maybe a few days later, just between you and me. And if you're hearing me right now, pretend you don't. I'm a little secret between you and me, alright? But we have deals to make later on. Nod or shake your tendrils, if you want to or not.
He'll shake his tendril. Well, like, he'll shake his tendrils or nod.
to yes or...
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Pleasure doing potential business with you, Mr. King.
And Navro kind of takes a step back.
As he sort of says this, he'll say two final things. First thing is, well, I do have a bit of information to bestow for one of y'all, but I want to at least extend the questions to you. It's been a while since we've been able to talk and, be able to exchange a couple of things. Is there anything that you all needed or wanted?
Yeah. You sell cybernetics?
Cybernetics. I do not sell cybernetics that I would have on me right now, but I can give you a little bit of information. See, there's this one individual, a dragonborn of the sorts. I don't mean to be the one gossiping, but I'm gonna gossip a little bit. You all have been very good business partners so far, and also, you were friends of Spike, so you're friends of mine.
Spike.
There was this one dragonborn fella, with a couple of an automaton. They seem to be kind of similar to a ripperdoc of the sorts, dealing with the likes of augmentations to one's skin and body. They're at this little oasis here by a group of individuals known as the Kindred Spirits. I haven't been able to have the pleasure to meet them myself, but I've been watching these wonderful, wonderful individuals, especially this little horned fella and a shark folk swimming in my seas. Find the Dragonborn and you might be able to find a Ripperdoc.
A fucking shark?
God.
Fucking shark. A shark.
Another question.
Yeah.
What are the Lady Vitalia? She mentioned something about other Valkyries. You know anything about that?
Sadly, I don't really delve in the domain of the divine. The reason why is mainly just because, well, Rayla had their whole thing, troubled as they were. Rayla, Spike, same difference. Troubled as they were, I just kind of let them play with the petty gods as much as they wanted to. We kept it out, and we just sort of focused on the deal and other things. Simple as that. But personally, if it doesn't have anything to do with Dendar, I'm not really concerned. And out of sight, out of
Who the
mind.
fuck is Dendar?
Y'all are gonna need to really get this one caught up to speed. Probably give him like a little brochure or tour guide in a bit.
You got one?
Sadly don't. Well, I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
We'll have the time soon enough.
Now, one other thing. Who could I probably trust? Who could I trust to probably get this to Fabio?
You could give whatever you have to me.
Sure thing. This is for Fabio's eyes only, please. This is a message specifically to them. Hold on one second. Here,
That was vile.
take this.
Cleans with prestidigitation before slipping into his under the poncho into his into one of his robes.
This whole fucking character is vile, bro.
Alexandria had to turn around gagging.
I think my exposure to Warhammer, and in particular the Nurgle demons that are just like fucking
Oh, yeah.
disgusting disease demons, has made me like, yeah, whatever, who cares? This thing's fine. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, yeah, I've seen
I've
this.
painted like so much of this dude already.
It's honestly not that bad.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Nurgle is like a whole different animal.
He's pretty
Nurgle's
nerdy.
better.
Anyway.
man.
But I do have something to buy from you with the money we've just gotten. Well, I have a beautiful scroll, but I don't have any ink. Only 250 gold worth of this ink from you.
And you also have an axe to sell.
Ink.
Oh,
Also,
that's
Sammy, if you want them to do it,
entirely.
tell them to go to the water and actually call for the Sewer King or explain who the Sewer King is next time. Instead of just saying, hey, attack these fucking random individuals. And try to deliver a letter and then not die. Oh, man.
The Axis Ingots thing. He can sell it if he wishes to.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
gonna-
talk to Stu King. I'm just waiting for you to like do your thing.
Okay. Then I'm just basically asking for 250 gold worth of
Yeah, well, let's save the last thing for once everybody's done.
That being the last thing, the ink, or the what
No,
what other thing
he has one other thing that he has, but he's gonna wait till everybody's done before explaining that.
Okay.
Did you just use blood to write it?
Try that, it didn't work.
But I'm going to use buy 250 gold worth of magic ink.
Okay.
Does he have
Easy.
it, or?
Yeah, he has it. Easy enough. Yeah, he just kind of has to go through it, slime topped and everything. It's terrible. You press digitate it, you're good to go.
Nice.
All right.
Then with that, he has the other scroll, but with that, he's gonna sit back a little bit and right away with his stuff, give a good nod, and start writing out major image.
All right. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't know why they expected the Sewer King to be the best mailman when he has a specific clause of like, hey yo, he can only view people in the water or when they're near water and if they know him. Oh man. As said, he will look over towards Ingot, looking at the axe. Are you selling the axe or are you keeping it?
I'd go. How much is this worth? And he's gonna hold out the Berserker axe.
Oh man. As you do, you'll look over and you'll see as he says, I'm thinking probably. We'll add it to the deal. Same price, 100 gold. But I've seen those sort of things before. Not my problem, to be fair. Yeah, they'll either know or they won't. Yeah, we'll chalk it up to 100 gold, regardless of the curse or not.
Me also has more stuff. Ingot's gonna hand out an echo crystal. Are these worth much?
Sadly, I can't really get much use out of it. I don't really think anybody is gonna want it. I'll keep it for safe keeping and all that stuff, but sadly, I can't really offer you much of anything for it.
Don't
I can give
worry
you
about that then.
I can give you gold if you want.
Me like as is, and then it's gonna hold out a piece of plate. Do you have use for this?
Maybe we shouldn't sell that in particular. It would come in handy to make more armor for us.
He has more. Ingot
How
still
much-
has. Ingot has 2 plates on him, and he gave one to you.
How
Sorry.
much plate is required to make plate mail?
Hold on. Just the one.
Oh, just one?
You just
Oh,
need
yeah,
the plate
yeah.
resource, and you're good.
Okay, never mind then.
Plate is
It
very,
never has
very
been.
important and expensive. To be fair, like well, not expensive. I should say it's very rare and very important. It's why you just can't make plate armor. You have to like have plate and fight somebody and take somebody's plate.
Okay.
All right. So are you actually selling him one of the plates?
He's asking how much they're worth.
Gotcha.
Ingot.
Look it over and say, I think I can get a little bit of use out of it. It's kind of useless by itself, but put together, I'm sure somebody can figure out something for it. We'll chalk it up to, we'll say it's about 65 gold.
Methinks me keep.
I
don't
think,
know.
though, a businessman like yourself has to have contacts who are able to use plate. Surely you can give him a better deal.
How so? And why do you think that? Why do you think that my deal isn't necessarily up to par?
Well, look at it this way. You are clearly a merchant of repertoire, with a great reputation. I keep biting my tongue. With a great reputation. Surely you have contacts who know how to use plate and make good things out of them.
Persuasion
Consider
check.
this.
And if I may, help with advantage,
Yeah, go for
Consider
it.
as well this an investment in helping the illustrious soulbound.
I just looked up how much plate normally costs.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
Plate armor.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander, make a persuasion check with advantage.
First roll, 23. Second roll, 21.
Looking over at it with a 23, look over towards you and say, well, look, plate itself, and I do understand that it is used in the likes of different types of armor, half plate, normal plate, all that sort of stuff, and I understand its value. But plate itself is just really another type of steel, another type of metal. Not much use. However, I'm sure the Soulbound and my other associates might get a little bit more use out of it. Most us, man, it really does hurt.
There's more than just basic human armor you can make with it. Used to be vehicles made out of this stuff. Immune to armor-piercing rounds. And other type of things.
Tell you
Well,
what.
until then, until I meet a couple of individuals on the, well, there is the dynasty. But, nah, I can't deal with that. No.
I've
That's not a
heard things
problem,
about
dude.
them, and I've heard they're not ideal to deal with. I tell you what,
Heard the same
Zephyr,
myself.
he has... Zephyr has shown some ability to work with it. They say we have a finished product for you. Not just the raw steel itself, but the artisan ability to craft something into it. Something better. Then it would be a real product to sell, wouldn't it?
Basically saying, like, if we make it into a product, like, then it'll actually be a thing of way more value.
If that product is decent.
That's true. That is true. I'll tell you
There
this.
is
Waiting to
also
hear the offer.
there
I'll tell
is
you
also the fact.
Here's what we'll do. Because that's as great as that would be, that's a sign of good faith, and I mean, I would love to, Navro. But from the rumors that I hear and the things that I see, oh man, I would need to be proved otherwise that individuals would be capable of doing such a thing. Not saying that you can't, just track record ain't there to prove it right now. So, most I can kind of do for y'all is just, and you're really pulling on the tendril at this point. Maybe like 95 gold. That's pushing it. You know, I'm using voting prices, and I'm thinking I'm being pretty fair right now.
Oh, I'm not saying, like, I'm saying, like, oh, we come back later and, like, sell you something better. Not like, oh, we sell it to you now, like, I'm trying to sell him the plate right now. I'm saying, like, oh, we talk to you later, and we give you, like, an actual set of armor, or an actual, like, set of swords. Not just, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is what Ingot was going to allude to once I heard the prices.
Okay.
Ingot'd be like, what if me make armor? How much would that be worth? Because Ingot's going to point to his giant sword that he's clearly forged himself.
That's it. Okay. If that's the case, then he will retcon that, and he'll just say, for the sake of brevity, he'll chalk it up to... Alright, balance-wise, more something in the balance and all that sort of stuff, right? Because, yeah, you guys can look at the actual official D&D rules all you want. It's irrelevant for Odin and Soulbound. It is completely irrelevant.
How much is it actually?
1,500 gold.
I'd say 400 gold.
No.
It's up to the DM.
Like, even then, that's still a lot, but plate armor is worth a pretty penny in general.
Especially enchanted plate armor.
You know what?
At most, he'll probably
How-
say like 250 to 300 gold.
We'll let you...
Because think
Sit
about
on
it this
the
way.
prize.
Think about it this way. There is nothing stopping you from being like, hey, yo, all right, cool. 250 to 300 gold. All right, bet. I'm going to use all the plate of the Stormbird. I'm just going to make like 8 sets of plate, and I'm just going to sell it all to him and get like 2k immediately, you know? There's nothing stopping you from doing that besides
Wait,
just
we got-
rolling a little bit.
We got plate from the Stormbird.
Yes, that's how you have plate in the, like, in general, like at all.
No, that's not how we got the plate. We got it from the Crufixes.
That too.
Yeah.
So that means you have even more plate than normal.
We
I
only got
did not-
materials from the
No,
Stormbird,
no.
I'm pretty sure.
You have
He
plate
did
from the
tell us we
Stormbird.
were able to make plate.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
Yeah, you guys 100% have plate.
I'm an idiot.
That's
so
how
no, that's-
okay.
That's how Seven Souls is able to make plate armor right now.
Right, as never told, I had like plate from that, so I haven't added to its inventory. So I have no
My
clue.
bad. But yes, you
Rather than selling you stuff, are we able to purchase, let's say, services?
They'll look over and they'll kind of say, I'll be honest with you, friend. I am kind of booked on things to kind of do and look out for.
No,
I can't.
not particularly from you. I mean, you yourself must know great artisans and whatnot.
Nah.
Am I wrong?
Artisans in what capacity?
Artisans and masters of their craft. Masters, I guess you could say.
I only know of them if they're near the water. If they ain't near the water, I've never met them. I've never stepped foot on land in my life. I have been in, like, coming out of puddles, coming out of lakes, but, artisans, I can't really tell you. I mainly deal with just random knockoff adventurers just in sewers and such.
One of
Tell-
those merchants.
We'll sell that plate to you soon enough, but it will come in the form of beautiful armor. Don't... I assure you, it will. For now, I mean, this is up to English. I think we can just sell it later as armor.
That was kind of my plan. I'll be honest, I haven't really had the chance to like just do the basic trade yet.
As well, I'm thinking like we get Mimir back, and then we can like help him like make a really fucking nice suit of armor. Help Ingot like super like get that down, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I'll sit on it. Maybe my mind will be changed for your better benefit later. But and hell, if you figure out a way to enchant it, then it will be even worth more than just a little bit of gold. Now, that said, last sort of thing. You, the one with 6 eyes. My friend, there is a couple of birdies telling me things. According to an associate of mine, you're now looking to hold yourself to a fellow serpent, a fellow friend, and a fellow boss of mine. Is this true, or am I mistaken?
I'm figuring out as I go, but I don't think that's too far off.
Very well, very well. Well, if that's the case, I will say one thing. There is another one of my associates and friends that is looking for you at this very moment in time. Things have happened, things have occurred, but now they finally arrived. Looking over, seems to be once y'all either settle whatever you need to do here, you may want to take a closer peek at what's inside of this here on ruins. 'Cause without you, my friend, or without another soul bound, they'll remain there as long as they want, or as long as, well, until the cycle ends at this point. Just
What the fuck is that?
food for thought. Do as you wish with it. But they await your arrival. And with that, you'll see as the Sewer King will begin to slowly start descending into the likes of the water. You'll see as the tendrils begin to fold into themselves. They'll tip their hats, one final wave, and goodbye, a dispersing of information.
Yeah,
Nice
I was
meeting
gonna
you.
try and buy off him.
Say that one more time?
I said, damn, I was gonna try and buy off him.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you his shopping list, and then we can just handle it out of game.
Sure.
Alrighty. I'll write that
Navra
down.
will take once he's fully gone, Navra will take a few minutes just to like, prestidigitate all the water to a clean level as quick as he can, because hey, major image, let's go, new spell, and just clean as much as he can before going back to just scribbling on his funny little notes.
What
He
the
is-
fuck was that?
A wonderful little man.
Now, if you don't mind me, and happy as a pig in shit, a duck in water, he is going to start writing down his spell.
Fucking analogy. Alright. So while that's happening, Ingot, Rokaz, or Alexandria, what are you doing? What are you guys doing?
I was gonna mess with Atlas.
Alright, so you're about to talk to Atlas. We're going to form a queue. Go down the list, Rokaz, and then Ingot. What are you doing, Rokaz?
I kind of want to, at the mention of the ruins, and since we're just gonna kind of be here for just a bit, I just want to kind of look around, kind of take what the Sewer King said and try to put that to practice.
Gotcha.
You're supposed to tell me what was on this as well.
Okay,
Oh,
so we'll
yeah.
have you talk to Atlas, and then we'll have you talk to, or read about that in a second when we get to you. And then Ingot, what are you about to do?
How much material does it take to make plate armor?
Just one.
But we
Just
need
one
a forge, I
material?
think.
Oh, my bad. Material. I thought you meant like
Yeah, 'cause
plate
these-
specifically. My bad. For materials,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
takes 10.
How
Oh,
many
that's what I was
materials do
thinking.
we have?
We have a bunch, don't we?
I think we
you
do.
I can check real quick
I-
though.
Yeah, I just thought I'd double check before that, because I might just start making some fancy
Plate
plate armor.
I mean, I'm
Is it-
certainly not gonna complain if you happen to make some half plate.
Is that plate
Somebody
medium
could
armor?
Yes.
talk.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh, I
could
would
talk to
love some.
Ingot. You guys do. Like Rokar's, I think, seen Ingot make his sword, so I don't think it'd be a stretch to asking it to make you half plate if you see him working on it.
Ooh,
Uh,
you guys have 16 out of 30 materials right now, so you got room
Ah.
for one. Yeah, it's not out of 30; it should be out of 40, but
Well,
still.
is that for full plate or half plate?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it's 10 either way. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you use a plate either way.
Can Ingot try and scour the ruins just see if there's any materials before he starts like trying to make the plate armor? Because I think that's
Looking-
pretty reasonable.
No roll needed. You looked around, or Alexandria looked around anyways, and didn't find anything. If you're talking about trying to go inside, you try to go inside. Push. There's a barrier blocking your entry.
Can Ingot, like, once it starts pushing against the barrier, can he try to just force like the orb of seasons into contact? Like he's just really gonna push the glowy part of his chest against it, and he's gonna really give it his all.
As you begin to do so, make a strength check.
It's not gonna be determined by something you can't see. It's not real.
Not an issue.
Yo!
Oh my god.
So a natural
It's
20
not
for,
real.
Dimple gets pushed.
for 23, natural 20. So begin to rush over, boom, and try as hard as you might. So you're not getting through this necessarily with the likes of brute force. However, as this sort of happens, you immediately cause like a sort of dust begins to sort of tremble and begins to fall down on top of you. And immediately, something crashing on top of your head. Seas begins to fall down off to the side, left and right. 3 soul coins drop down at your side, but you're not getting this through this thing through physical means. But hey, you got 3 soul coins out of it instead.
He's trying to get through that abjuration thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, very quickly, Navarro's going to look up from his thing, and I think this is going to work if you explained it to me before. With a 2nd level spell, he's going to 2nd level catapult a rock just chuck in the air. It hovers for a second before zooming to the abjuration and clapping up against it.
As it does, it shatters and the abjuration magic is dispelled for the time.
Damn.
Can I now search inside for materials?
Yes,
Can he
the
fit
question is,
inside?
can you fit? Oh boy.
I mean, the crouch rules say you can go down 5 feet lower. I don't know if you can reduce your size by like 5 feet or something for crouching.
You can,
Well,
if you
thanks for the 1
squeeze,
foot you drew from
It's
Navra
more so
now.
Ingot's not. He's tall, but he's also wide. He is very,
Yeah.
very wide. Looking over,
I do
you're
see that.
so.
if you
I'm not gonna say
Technically-
no. I'm not gonna say no. But how does Ingot try to
I think-
get through these things? You explain to me, Seth, and we'll see what we can work with.
So, Ingot would probably notice he's not gonna just like he's probably gonna walk up to it and try and like see if he's just gonna be able to walk straight through. If not, Ingot's gonna turn on his side and see if he fits. And if he doesn't fit, then he's just going to walk in a straight line through the rock and concrete and just make a way.
I see.
So
I
if
see.
he cannot squeeze between it, he will walk through it one way or another.
I see. As this is happening, I have a check in mind for you. But is anybody helping Ingot try to get through?
Honestly, I'm scared of being crushed.
You know, he can have some guidance. I don't know, man.
All right.
Man needs guidance.
So here's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it either a strength or constitution check, and you add a d4 to it.
Okay, I'll do Constitution. 'cause
DC's
just-
pretty high, but you got this, buddy. Oh. Oh God.
I think I used my inspiration last session.
So, I will tell you this. There's no point in adding the d4 at this point. So here's what happens. Boom. You crash through the likes of the pillars. You make your own entrance. That's easy enough to do.
Is it?
No
I
problem.
was gonna say, is there any chance for narrator chrono shift, or is he all out?
I'm not all out, but
He's
I'm
focused on
scared.
something else.
I could, but I think potentially this, considering
Up
what
to
we're
you.
going to be going through, I'm going to save it for now, if that's okay.
No worries. That's perfectly fine. Just thought I'd ask because you just
No worries.
walking into a pillar.
So
No worries.
you break through the pillar and you get there to this smaller sort of, not door frame, but it's kind of like a hole to kind of continue walking into and through the ruins. And you try to get through. Try to force your way through. Nah, you're not getting through right now. You are too big, my friend. At least through this initial entrance.
Okay, big guy, slow down. Let me go inside and see if there's a way to make the door bigger. Don't want the whole place collapsing on you, do ya?
Me not mind. Me like rock.
Okay, but we all need to get through there, so we kind of mind, right? Like, this is the way we're going, not that way?
No.
We don't go to the temple?
We're not going into the temple. We're just waiting here for, like, the Kindred Spirits, right? This is
Yeah.
an out-of-game thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
waiting here.
Oh. Anyway, I'll check. I'll go inside and check to see if there's any way to increase the door size or anything.
All right. Looking over.
Or technological, I guess.
Looking over to increase the door size, at most, it's not a great thing. Well, let's see what you got in, let me look in to see what you got in your spell book. That might be able to, but
I've got Earth Tremor, Thunderwave, Pyrotechnics.
Here's an
Shatter.
idea. If I
Alright,
may, like,
I got
take
an
a
idea.
second away from my spell casting.
Dimensional door.
Hold on.
Oh wait, Ink's too big.
Wait, is he?
Yeah.
Does he have to be medium?
Yes, be medium or lower.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Huh. Where you know? Wait, where does it say that? Oh,
Dimensional door.
your size or smaller. I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. Hold on, let's give him a shot. So you have Earth Tremor. If you want, describe how you want to use Earth Tremor to try to form a door or a bigger sort of pathway for Ingot to kind of fit. Looking inside, I don't have to change maps or anything. You can see that there's probably enough room for him to walk and continue. It's just this initial entrance would be that you would kind of have to, like, sort of duck and go into this. Ingot, there's no chance of fitting in. So how are you going to try to maybe
Even
use your
I
Earth
have to
Tremor?
duck?
Yeah, this thing is fucking small. But
Jeez.
how are you going to try to use your Earth Tremor if you want to try to make an even bigger sort of entryway for this?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to back up a little bit, big guy, in case this backfires.
Ingot will step back slightly.
Okay, you're gonna see her pull out her guitar, steady herself in a wide stance, and begin strumming faster and faster as a new set of strings, which rise up from the guitar for a more bass sounding, begins to vibrate the ground that she's at. She's trying to vibrate the wall in front of her to get it to basically break apart, creating a wider entry hole.
Alright, if that's the case, I will say this. Alexandria, make a performance check for me. $16, not bad, but not necessarily the greatest. You begin to keep strumming and strumming for a brief moment. You see as you're forming the likes of the rocks down onto the ground begin to start smashing and forth and making a bit of an entryway. But you look over and you see as the sort of echoing vibrations are also beginning to start forming things to start collapsing down left and right. As you do so, You eventually look over and you seem to have been able to cause a little bit enough destruction, but it's not perfect, but there's definitely a chance as you've been able to carve another way out. I said Ingot can try. They're just gonna need to make a dexterity check to kind of fit through, and they'll be able to get in. For you, Alexandra, you don't really even need to duck kind of in. Same thing for any other taller characters. You guys can just kind of walk in now. But for Ingot,
Well, since I'm strumming anyway, I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
Let's go. All right. As you feel bardically inspired, Ingot, you trying to get in?
Sure, am I doing a dexterity check or an acrobatics check?
Oh, fuck is your character proficient in
Please, Dex.
acrobatics?
Yes, he is proficient in acrobatics, thank you.
How are
Everyone
you?
knows he
He's a
can break
tightrope
dance.
walker.
He can break dance.
I'll probably say this is dexterity. I'm
Sure
trying to
thing.
think of like a way to like how can you use acrobatics here, and I genuinely just have no fucking clue. So we're gonna call it a
He
dexterity
backflips
check.
through the doorway.
Yeah.
Alright, so dex ability check.
Yeah.
You should.
Does he
Seven.
still have
Oh,
guidance?
there we go.
He doesn't have
Nice.
guidance, but he does have that bardic inspiration if he wants to choose to use it now or later.
Sure,
I'd
I'll
use it.
So was it D8?
Yep.
Yes.
D8.
I thought Rikos said he gave me guidance as well.
He did.
The
It
previous
was.
roll.
That was on the previous roll.
I
So-
see.
With an 18, you guys are able to sort of fit the likes of Ingot in. It takes a long while. So that said, it's going to take a long while to get Ingot out as well, if anything's to go down. But eventually, as you kind of like force him into the likes of the ruins with sheer will and might and determination above all else, Ingot, you're able to finally get in. At this point, Rokaz, Navro, you kind of look over and you kind of consider this might be a problem in the future. If you're ever to go dungeon diving or anything like that, just food for thought, things to consider. This might be something to deal with later.
Now, from Navro's own knowledge of like typical dungeons, because dungeons and Dungeons and Dragons are usually like a little bit uniform. They usually are 10 feet like in diameter, usually, right? So he would be able to fit, though. Lord, it would be tight, but he would be able to fit. Anymore now?
Not anymore because you made him a foot taller, so he's technically 16 feet tall.
He was already, I
Yeah.
think, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, so now he's
17 foot tall.
17. Even if he were to duck, he'd still be 2 feet too tall.
Yeah. And on top
You
of
can
that,
call.
you guys know, well, Ingot randomly just had a growth spurt and all that sort of stuff. He probably will, you can probably assume, unless, because there wasn't really anything to explain it. He's grown so many times, you can probably assume he's going to grow again.
Ingot will become the dungeon, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's how he maneuvers through it.
He doesn't have to fit through it if he can lift it up.
At this rate, we're gonna have to fight his white blood cells.
Bro, cells inside.
Am I able to search for materials now?
Yeah, so if you're searching for materials, you're just searching for like little bits of rocks and sort of debris and all
Yeah.
that stuff, right?
Yeah, just raw materials, so I can increase our materials, so I can make more plate. There's nothing
You know
like, in
what?
particular.
Well, he looks for materials.
Oh, and
Just not
shinies,
look
of
around.
course.
I'm already in here.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Is anybody else going into the ruins, or is it just these two?
I'm gonna continue writing out major image. If possible, I'll also try and write out the gaze spell, like in the interim, just like as though he's dual wielding. He's ambidextrous, just like writing these things down at the same time, just like intense. He's in the fucking zone.
One eye
Yeah.
looking in a different direction.
Chameleons. Like chameleon eyes, just like...
Link this tweet. He's
what
writing
about-
that fast.
What about you, Rokaz? You going in, or are you staying out?
Well, I don't want to leave I don't want to leave Rokaz by himself. I don't leave Navro by himself.
He's got Atlas. He'll be fine.
Yeah, Atlas isn't going in
It's
unless you
like
ask him to.
We'll hear the gunshot if something happens. Yeah, I'll go inside.
All right. So, as you three begin to go in, now here's what it's going to be. I'm going to have your characters inside. That's for the sake of you guys actually being able to see shit, mainly you, Navro. So yeah, because it is dark vision and all that. As you guys begin to do so, first things first, Ingot, make a survival check. This is to get some rocks and all that.
Oh, hell yeah.
22, nice.
That's an outstanding roll.
Alright, let me go check the roll or the rules for how that works. Make sure I got this right.
Haven't done it in so long.
I'm looking for it. Yeah, here. There you go. Automated roll for scavenging. Here's what I need you to do. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, make a roll a d8. Add your wisdom modifier to it. Ooh.
+2.
+2. Alright, so that's going to be 4 materials. So yeah, mostly it makes sense. Mostly like looking into here, and at least in this initial portion of the ruins, you're only able to find 4 materials. Most of it seems to have been like picked apart or scrapped around and away from you. But I will add that to your thing.
That means we have 20. Ingot can now make a second set of plate.
Nice.
So Ingot might just start working on the plate at where he is, because Ingot has dark vision, you know. He has no need to be outside, so...
Alright, so, in the meantime, let us send you guys over here. And let's hope this works.
So if you guys wanted something specific while Ingot's doing this, you might want to do it while he starts making plate armor.
Hey, big guy. Can I, think you can make nanofiber weave?
Me smack plate with stick.
Good enough.
I don't know much about nano whatever, but
What do you know?
not that.
Me know this, and Ingot's just gonna poison spray just all over the wall. Just this massive jet of poison just blasting from his body.
That's not okay. Close, but no.
Anyway, I wouldn't mind some extra protectiveness, Ingot, if you can manage.
Me can make that.
Oh, you're a pal.
Pardon me.
Hey.
Rokaz
He's gonna start smacking shit with a stick.
Alright, so, do you guys head further into the cave?
I'm already walking.
Alright, as you begin to do so, you look over and either make an investigation or perception check, both of you.
I know what you're making, then I know what I'm making.
Guidance.
Navro will say, you can hear like from the entranceway of the thing that damn.
God damn.
You will hear,
Alexandria cracked.
you will hear Navro say like, "Be careful if the Kindred Spirits come. Be alive."
I'll
Alright,
try my best.
No promises.
with that, 27, 21. You guys look around and you would see as you begin to do so, there is, how you say, bits of destroyed sort of, hold on 1 second, there we go. There's bits of kind of destroyed and disabled traps, strings that are cut on the ground, burn marks on the ground from explosions and more. Yeah, more signs of battle definitely plague this room for sure.
Anything salvageable?
Not
With my
really.
natural 20.
Not really, but one thing that you do spot is this. You look over and hold on 1 second, let me think for 1 minute, make sure I got this right. So, sorry about that. You look over and you see as There is a bit of area where you can probably salvage some stuff. The entire room ahead is completely burned and torn away. Broken tables, broken sort of chairs and more. And it's all like almost sort of incinerated away. You can continue moving, and then that is what you would kind of look over and see.
A massive fucking rager happened here.
Oh,
I don't know
Okay,
what
so-
the... Oh god! There's a force field!
hold on. I gotcha. Hold up. Stop moving, Alexandria. Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, I gotta.
Does Alex have dark vision? Because I thought you said it was dark in the cave.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Do we all just have dark vision?
No.
Pretty
I'm a
sure.
Dragonborn. Send help.
Navro,
I don't believe Navro does either.
Reborn have in Unearthed Arcana, but not in the official release, so they don't have. I don't have dark vision now.
Hold on, I gotta give it where.
Myra only has hers because of Eldritch Invocation.
Observer.
I'm kind of surprised Rokaz doesn't have dark vision. Surely he has enough eyes to see in the dark.
That's
At
the
least
upgrade.
one of them should work.
That's one of the things that people
that's
talk
the
about.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
That was
Dragon
what I
Ball
told
Dark
him
Vision.
yesterday. I was like, I want each of these eyes to be different vision.
Ooh.
I
Surely-
remember what I
surely it's
told
like a
you?
cat.
Predator.
So.
Yeah, I
just think he's
activate
like a cat.
activate my heat sight.
You know, movement sensor, my heat vision, my
Why is it not?
One
working?
can see gamma rays.
Yeah. I have.
X-ray vision.
I can see 16
Smell-o-vision.
colors you can't even imagine.
You're like a
I
mantis
don't
shrimp.
know why it's
Yeah.
not working.
Maybe that's his sixth eye. It's literally his nose. He's just
Alright.
gonna sniff harder.
Here, I'm gonna try this.
Vision.
I'm gonna try this.
He has synesthesia.
Wait, this.
He can smell the
Why is-
colors.
I can smell sounds.
I think I might need to get another motherboard
I
and all that stuff.
don't think that's quite an eye there.
Yeah, because my thing is lagging and
I can see
chugging
sounds.
heavily.
I
Like that,
see
magic
sounds
school
and
bus
hear
that really
colors.
gets sound waves.
Turning
That
up
magic
Sensei?
school bus ability.
My whole computer's chugging along. Trying my best. I'm
I
like
wanna
at,
check Task Manager.
I know it's not that. It's because my computer is just very old and I haven't upgraded it in a long while. Like I'm trying to move at 5 frames a second.
My computer's from 2015.
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas that I'm gonna do. But alright, so that should work. Okay, can I see forward now? Or there we go. Okay, cool. And can I see that? Alright, perfect. For whatever reason, I just can't see that little random block. But we're good enough to go. Okay, sorry about that. It was just that, like, chat couldn't see anything, up ahead. And I couldn't see anything as well on DM screen. But, Rokaz, you should be able to move forward, or can you literally not see anything?
No, I can see things now.
Okay, cool.
Assuming I'm supposed to. Well, I still can't move, apparently. But
Don't know
the
what that
force
is.
It's
field
lag.
is
It's probably lag.
No, and I quote, "You're in front of a wall." There we go. Now I get
There we go. Now we got it fixed.
There's 2 doors in here, from what I can tell.
So
Nothing
it
looks
wouldn't
too
necessarily be a
salvageable.
door. It would be more of like this is kind of just destroy, burnt away debris. So if you want to just sort of get past
Oh.
it, easy enough, you could.
There's a door down. Is this a door?
Not a door. It's just like I have it marked as a door, but just further down into the dungeon.
Either way's further down, or is this?
Say again?
Shit looks a lot nicer in there, so I think I'm gonna check out the room that looks not burnt to a crisp.
Try not to stray too far. Our party is still behind us.
Yeah. You wanna come?
I want to explore. Don't get me wrong, but we are supposed to.
It looks
meet
like
people
there's
here.
stuff in here.
That'll be the only room we go into. That's close enough.
Okay. It is a way back.
Indeed.
As you begin to look into this room, it seems to be like holding quarters and more. People would definitely lived here, but you see, regardless, it is blood stained to oblivion. Blood begins to, or is covered amongst the walls, the beds, sheets, and more. You look over and there's several sort of skeletal corpses. Yeah, the teddy.
Yeah, is the teddy covered in blood?
I believe the teddy is still there.
I am going to, and she's going to try to do this stealthily. Go over to the teddy and kind of just like, while Rokaz is looking around, kind of snatch it and put it in her bag.
Make a stealth check. Rokaz, make a perception check.
No way.
Oh boy. 13.
No way.
Wow!
Holy shit. My god.
The one time!
No one will ever know that she likes cute things.
And with that, yoinkers, that teddy bear is yours.
I'm putting that in my notes right now.
Oh,
I feel
boy.
personally attacked. And I'm the one who rolled the dice.
That said, unlike the map, the water stuff would not actually be there. That would not be there.
Okay. Are any of these bed rolls salvageable?
Yes, they're bloodied and dirty as fuck, but yes, they are.
A good wash won't hurt. She's gonna roll one of those up.
That said, if you guys want to scavenge for the area, you can just make a survival check, both of you.
Well, I also see that there's boxes up here, so...
Yeah, this would just be an all-encompassing just survival check for what you get.
Sure.
God damn it, there's more doors.
Always.
What did you say? Survival?
Yep, just survival check to just sort of scout the entire area. I'm not gonna have it where like, yeah, I go to this area, make a survival check. I go to this area, make a survival check.
I kind of want to use a bardic inspiration on this, but...
Or you can inspire yourself, keep that in mind.
Oh, I can't?
Nah.
No.
Only person who can inspire themselves is Scanlan Shorthalt. And you are not Scanlan.
Oh, you're right. I see it other than yours. Okay, I thought I could because some of my abilities let me use it, but
You can
in a different way.
subclasses, but like not if you're vanilla. No.
There's like one subclass that lets you inspire yourself.
nah, I'm Pact
And
of
it's
the
like-
Blade.
It's like a
Or
level
not Pact of the Blade.
ability.
The narcissist subclass.
Yeah. Fuck you,
Then not
party.
just a straight roll here.
15. Alright, easy enough. As you guys begin to do so, you look around, begin to scavenge what you can. But again, this place, it's been really just picked clean for the most part. You're going to get a little bit of stuff, though. You're making use out of the scraps. We'll say, Rokaz, roll a d8 plus your wisdom modifier. And we're going to add 2 to that.
D8 plus wisdom. So that's 7 plus 2, so 9.
9, alright. So, here's what you get. You get a total of 5 stocks of materials. You also get the likes of 2 stole coins. And then you get the likes of 2 medicine resources from a couple of leftover potions. Not actual healing potions, but at least enough of the
Like
alchemical
tonic
components
water.
to, kind of make it.
Vitamin water.
Vitamin water.
Yeah.
Are soul coins some like materials where it's a group thing, or are they something I should put to my pack?
Just a group thing, yeah.
That's fine then.
All good, all good. All right, so with that, looking around, there isn't really much more in this general single area. There are 2 paths up ahead, but they lead down a far and far long path, my friends. So unless you're trying to really go against that, what you just said, and just go exploring and fuck around and find out, that is all that you see.
So, our new friend, I guess. Do you know how long they're gonna be?
Not off the top of my head. I know they were on their way. Navra was more the logistic person. But
I see.
I'd probably say, I can't really even say like within the day, cause Voden. But
Then maybe 1 or 2 more rooms will hurt.
we're hitting the edge of going a bit too far. I don't mind.
We've
exploring.
gone. What is this? I think 120 feet.
Yeah, but those rooms look like they descend a little bit further.
Want to hit the one up here then?
We can take some time, clear that fire, clear the fire, clear the stuff out of the way. See where it goes at the very least.
Yeah, this one's barricaded, and the other one, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's head back to that first room. Let's take a look around, and then we'll go from there after we figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. How long does copying spells take, by the way?
Oh, like several hours.
Jesus.
For Navro's major image, it's gonna take 3 hours.
Oh, don't worry, it's not gonna take that long. Good lord.
Oh?
No,
What's
fuck
the time
that.
for Slowbound?
I'm just gonna say a short rest. Fuck that.
Oh,
Oh
So like
shit!
an hour?
alright then.
Like, wait,
It takes
a reborn
plot
short
time.
rest? Like a reborn short rest, or like a normal short rest?
Like a normal
the
45-minute
same?
short rest. Yeah, the same thing.
Okay.
I thought. Yeah, it's a long rest at a different.
Yeah.
Short rest, so what, 45 minutes, I think?
An hour.
Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh my, what the fuck?
You look
That's
over inside
very
of this
convenient to
room and
know.
you see as there is even more blood, even more sort of rocks. But you'd also look over and you'd see a, not necessarily a skeletal corpse, but it seems to be very much mangled, and there is an individual whose skull is completely smashed inwards, and their body is sort of slumped off to the side, down onto the ground.
I wish I was Myra. I'm not gonna lie with you.
As Alex suddenly shifts.
No, I'm just saying, like, the one time, like, there's actual corpses, I'm not the character who wanted them bad enough. Is this a giant stone hand, or is this...
It's looking at it, like as you begin to see the fingers and more, it is a giant stone hand, my friend.
Like, it looks carved or natural?
Make a, I guess, an intelligence check, yeah. If only there was a dwarf.
Say
If only there was a
investigation.
dwarf.
Hey.
18. Well, here's something frightening. Yes and no. It looks not necessarily like it's a statue or anything, like, you know, artistically made or anything like that. But it's not like alive or anything. This looks like a petrified hand, rather.
Yeah, so, Rokaz?
Looking over here, you see as there is a massive kind of eye, kind of
Oh
like
my
a
god, I
face,
see it now.
Yeah.
and it's reaching outwards. It's as if something was sort of, or this place, this dungeon buried an individual who was trying to escape out of it, reaching up towards the sky.
Damn it, why am I not Myra?
I'm gonna just say, ayo, soulbound, write that down. I'm gonna just say that in chat.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna say Myra's birds are around, you know what? She's watching. No. I mean, technically, with her level up, she did get like I did go with defeat for what is it? What sorcerers do? Meta magic
Well.
to increase the distance you can do.
That's it. If you guys want to do your final survival checks and then head back out of the cave or whatever, then
Yeah.
let's get
I
that
wanted to
going.
tell him. Yes. So
Go ahead.
this isn't man-made. I think this is a petrified thing.
The hell could have done all this?
No idea. Holy fuck, is that a face?
As soon as you say that, Rokaz, make your highest saving throw.
Oh god damn it! What is my highest saving throw?
Should be either
What is
Dex
this,
or
by the way? Is that
Wiz.
like a hole or something?
Nah,
Kinda.
that shouldn't be there.
Oh, okay, because there's like two of them, and I was wondering what they were.
Nah.
Alright.
It's a portal to the
Alright,
other
done.
one.
Alright, dice, don't fail me now.
21.
Alright.
Rokaz, as soon as you begin to look over towards it, you see the hand, you see the individual. Visions begin to start playing into your mind You look over. You're younger. You see as the stars are sort of forming all around you for a brief moment. You see as bits of the corruption are sort of swarming the entire lands and more. You look up and you see a cracking of the sky above. Before you look over and a final a shattering event. And you look up and land mass itself begins to slowly start plummeting down towards you. You see as it begins to careen from the sky and begins to strike down directly into the ground. And as it begins to do so, you hear the explosions. You see as people are being buried for a moment before the vision begins to fade. You look over, you breathe for a second, and you're older. You're in this cave with the likes of this bearkin as your memories return. Well, yeah.
You're good, bud? Kind of
That
zoned off on me.
That was new. It was a vision, I suppose. Memory, vision, I'm not sure. I think memory, I was younger. This land kind of fell down onto the world itself. I could hear people screaming. I don't know what caused it, but the sky itself seemed to shatter before everything fell.
Rokaz, make a wisdom check.
Shit.
There's a wisdom check.
Yeah.
18. As soon as you begin to mention the sky shattering, you begin to realize and remember what happens every single time passes in Voden. The sky shatters and is replaced with another either sun or moon. You begin to wonder and think, well, in that vision the sky shattered and it didn't change from day or night. Land mass itself began to plummet down onto the earth. How long until that happens again?
I just had a disturbing thought.
Oh, yeah?
In the vision, memory, whatever I just had. Nice.
Yeah, I did that ahead of time because I knew we were going to have to do it later. I wanted to get it out of the way, and I'm glad I did it. What is that, my third nat 20?
In that vision, I mentioned the sky shattering, and here, when the sky shatters, that sun, moon, time changes, day, night, all that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that didn't change in the vision memory thing. Sky shattered and land fell.
So like an orbital drop.
That I know those are words.
Basically, you would take a giant thing and launch it from space so it hits the ground with more force.
I'll take your word for it. But if this place works on a cycle, history repeats, that might happen again.
By the way... Oh, I'm sorry, you continue.
No. Sensei, I want to... The people in the vision were normal size. They weren't...
Yeah.
Yeah. They weren't this giant, right?
No.
I was about to ask. My character does speak giant.
Mhm.
Is there anything written on it? Or anything?
Nah, nothing written on it. But good
Okay.
observation, though. So,
So,
good.
time seems to repeat itself. In the vision, none of the people hit by this were, well, as big as this man.
So it was a
So-
considerable landmass that fell.
Oh, it was, yeah. And if this landmass continues to fall repeatedly as time cycles,
But the question is, how did he become petrified? It looks like he was alive before this.
I have no idea. But I also know that without knowing the timetable, in a few seconds that sky could shatter again. Could be years, could be days, could be in the middle
why
of
we need to
whatever the
wake
hell
the
you're
gods
trying
up.
to. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Alright, well, let's search the room. Seems like you already did that.
Yeah, I was talking and walking.
Fucking like Alex is like, oh yeah, really? While just like tossing stuff around. Like,
Dude, she used to be in a band. Of course she did that.
Alright. So, between both of you, yep, 18, 20, nice. Alright, roll a d8.
Nat 20, my friend.
And we're gonna have Rokaz, because you have the highest wisdom one. Rokaz, roll a d8 plus the thingy again.
God damn it. Well,
Plus 4, plus
plus 4.
2.
So 9 again.
9 again. Alrighty, here's what you get. You get a total of... ain't much. You get 2 more soul coins. You get the likes of 3 materials. You get... I'm writing this down, make sure to add this into your stuff later. 3 materials. And then you get a total of... actually 2 mana crystals. You're actually able to find a couple in here that they didn't find earlier.
I'm going to pocket one of those.
And then, what is it? There we go. And then 2 more medicine. There you go.
No, anything interesting or anything like that?
Nah, this place again has been pretty much, again, picked clean.
Did they check in his mouth?
Nah, there's nothing in there.
Damn, I was hoping someone would put a stash. It's like wide open for one, too. That's the worst part.
But, besides that, you guys gather your sort of things. With that, you guys look over, and do you head out of the cave?
Yeah, I'm
we'll
scared to
let
pass
that
through its hand again, but...
Alright, fair enough.
as you do, it grasps close. Make
Yeah,
your highest saving
exactly.
throw.
Oh god, he was awake. It's a stone giant.
Shiny! I fucking just started. It's Ingot's cousin.
My crystals!
Right.
And get it once, you shinies!
It's 4.
Kill.
This is we have Ingot.
Would
That's
Ingot...
4.
Hold on. Would Ingot kill it when it's giant? Because
So-
it knows the secrets of big.
Ingot will completely and utterly slaughter anything that tries to steal shinies from him.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
he'll eat it and he'll get big.
Yep.
Alrighty, so Ingot, if you can do this for me, you can only make one, because you only got one more time for another short rest. So Navro, you would have gotten a short rest. Ingot, you would have gotten a short rest if that matters for any of you. But Ingot, make a survival check to start crafting this armor. Oof. 11. That is not going to be able to do it for this one. But if you got any inspiration, you can add to it. For anybody else wants to give it.
I don't think I have inspiration. I honestly don't. I don't remember at this point, so I'll say no.
I
Alright.
think my birthday inspiration has expired, so.
Yeah. Birthday inspo is use it or lose it.
And then we didn't do anything on my birthday. I feels bad.
Wait, when was your birthday? Make sure I got it.
It was the 10th. It was our roleplay session. So.
Wait. What?
10th of July.
Oh, I was like, oh, wait, the 10th of August. I'm like, huh?
You know what?
I was like, wait a minute, that's my birthday, you fuck.
I don't think I used this, but you did give us this, and I think Navro might remember it. I don't know if I use it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have a DM inspiration.
Yes, I do remember this. I remember when you got this.
Do I want to use it on this? Because I forget exactly what it can do.
Is that for?
You can re-roll any D20.
Yeah, you also have one, Nabro.
Is this for you being a fucking rat?
Oh man.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
He's just joking. He's memeing.
I'm just, yeah.
Just memeing.
Uh-huh. You're hurting my feelings.
I mean, you can use it if you want, but you may want to save it to re-roll an enemy.
They're very,
crit or
very,
something.
very powerful.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And you can stockpile them. That's what I'm trying to do currently.
All right. So, if that's the case, then Ingot, that will fail for now, but a little bit more time and effort, you will be able to do it again later. As this begins to occur, the descent, you look over and you see as you guys begin to gather around, begin to settle a couple of things, tend to a couple of wares and more. And with that, up above in the sky, you see Rokaz. You're the first one to look over towards it. You notice as it begins to crack, shatter, and break. And for a moment, you begin to almost look over in terror for a second, or something that would terrify someone. And you see as day begins to arrive. But as day arrives, we'll have to see what it holds on the next session of Descent into the Dunes. With that... So, with that, a couple things. Navru, you would have been able to finish inscribing one of your spells, so you can pick which one that is going to be. On top of that, we got all the rolls out of the way. I'm going to add a bunch of freaking materials and all that stuff to you guys' stuff. Because you got a lot of thingies.
Oh yeah, Alexandria and fucking...
Rokaz,
for having no proficiency. For having no proficiency in it, I'd fucking destroyed that shit.
I know.
Sensei.
Make a good impression.
And then I got to get the Sewer King chop to you, Ingot. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you're saying we have plate, could you tell us how much plate we'd actually have from the Stormbird? Because the reason it's taken us so long for Ingot to finally make plate is we actually had no clue we had plate.
All good.
You told us we had materials.
I believe you have one, then you used it, and then you used the second one for that one.
Yeah, because I know how many I had, because I had 4 plate from the crew fix, but like how much plate would we have got from the Stormbird?
Fucking massive, dude. So,
Let's say that you have about 5 left. We'll call it to that. Just call it at 5.
Alright, because I have 2 on me, so I'll put that to 5.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna break down stream. I will be right back, and we'll go from there. Alright, right back, y'all. Alright, thank you everybody for everyone who was able to watch today. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are freaking fantastic as usual. We're going to be having, I don't think there will be a stream tomorrow, but it will be, because for 7 Souls, because I gotta have an obligation. I have to go to a wedding, so I won't be able to be able to probably stream the game tomorrow. I highly doubt if it does. It might, but don't be looking for it, right? Our next official stream for sure, though, will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the likes of Secrets in the Sands. And we're going to be able to keep on keeping on. Make sure if you haven't done so already, make sure to like the video over on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and all that greatness, as we will be live in a bit. All right, also, tune in to find me on D20 Deathmatch again on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, as we're going to be facing off with Ascension Matt, as Caustic Phoenix and Mudcat are going to be hosting it over there on their Deathmatch channel. It's going to be sick, it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be nothing but chaos. All right, everybody, I'm going to see who we're going to raid into, and we'll go from there. Where is that channel? Where is that Discord? We're gonna try to raid into somebody on the stream team. Oh, is no one? Yeah, no one's live right now. Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky. All right, so we can't raid anybody on here, so we're going to see if we can find somebody. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, just make sure to like the video over on YouTube. Make sure to join the Discord and all that, and I will see you guys next time in the likes of the Auroraverse. Bye, guys. Have a good one.